Your home for the Jayhawks, Lions, and Firebirds is FM 1017 and 1320 KLWN. Depend on it.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Free State High School here in Lawrence, Kansas. I'm Nick Springer alongside my broadcast partner, Greg Ershizer. We are excited to bring you Free State football tonight on our airwaves, and you can also join us on our YouTube live stream as well to enjoy watching the game tonight here at Free State High School. The Free State Firebirds will be taking on the visitors from Olathe East, the Olathe East Hawks. Free State comes in with a 2-1 record. Olathe East comes in with a 1-2 record. Free State coming off a 49-27 road win last week against Shawnee Mission South, and the Firebirds will face a bit of a familiar opponent in terms of scheme tonight, as Olathe East also is a team that runs a similar style offense to what Free State saw last week against Shawnee Mission South. So I guess maybe a little bit of benefit of preparing for both teams, as they just did the coin toss, as both teams went out huddled up, and I didn't actually see who gets the ball first. Shawnee Mission, Free State, Olathe East will get the ball first. What did we say, Chris? Free State. Great, Free State. What's up?
Okay, sorry. Last week's opponent was Shawnee Mission West.
What did I say?
South.
Oh, sorry.
I'm so sorry for distracting her.
Oh no, you're
I
good.
just thought in case you were going to bring that up.
Shawnee
again.
Mission. Wait, was that Shawnee Mission South High School?
Correct.
Right. Okay. Well, my apologies to all Shawnee Mission West and South fans. I guess for getting mixed up. If they, for whatever reason, happen to be listening tonight. My apologies. Shawnee Mission West was the opponent last week for Free State. They won 49-27. Olathe East is coming off of a loss against Olathe South by a score of 35-14. Olathe East one win this season came against Dodge City at Dodge City. They won 34-20. They also lost against Mill Valley. Mill Valley, coincidentally, is also in Lawrence tonight, playing across town against the Chesty Lions. So Olathe East did win the toss. They deferred. They're going to be kicking out to Free State, who will receive.
All right, Firebirds fans.
Free State in their
Your
home
feet
uniforms,
for the
green
kickoff.
jerseys with gray pants, white helmets, and silver numbering lettering on the jerseys. Olathe East is in orange and white uniforms, white jerseys,
Elijah
orange
Beckham.
pants, orange lettering numbering uniforms, white helmets with the orange and black stripe down the middle, and they've got black and white stripes down the sides of the pants as well. 12 minutes on the clock as we get ready to kick this game off. Olathe East will kick it off from left to right. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. Kicking off for the Hawks is Cade Duncan. They got the ball set up to the right of, towards the right hash. Not quite on the hash, but he'll boot it off a little bit to the right of midfield. He sends it away. It's a low, ugly, long, oblong kick that's scooped up at about the 4-yard line. They bring it out. This is Beckham. Beckham across the 15 to the 20. At the 25, he's sprinting towards the far sideline. Stops, slams on the brakes, but he stepped out of bounds. Says the official at the 33-yard line. And that is where Free State will begin their opening drive of the game.
After the return, ball spotted on the
Texas
33-yard line.
Stadium Barbershop at 1033 Massachusetts. A cut from the
Device? Okay, I see it. I should go to microphone, is what you said, or?
military. To look and feel your best, Texas Stadium
Okay,
Barbershop.
USB.
Getting quarterback of the Firebirds. And more.
I got USB digital audio. Is that it? Okay.
We're on KLWN tonight and also on YouTube live stream.
Yeah, let me know if there's no sound coming in after this, okay? Is that better?
3 receivers, 2 towards the near sideline. Brittingham lines are
Okay.
behind him, and they run straight speed option towards the near side. It's a pitch at the 30, across the 35. Brittingham moves it short, and it's rocked out of bounds after a gain of about 3 yards across the 35 to the 36-yard line.
Pushed out of bounds by Lazari Hales.
I like the way that Brittingham finished that.
8 of 3. Second down. Ball spotted on the 36-yard line.
Gained a couple extra yards, maybe after contact, but yeah, tougher.
Free State moving from right to left here in this first quarter. Pistol formation is trips towards the right on the far side. Now they move to the shotgun with Brittingham in the left hip pocket of Finn Moore. It's a little bubble screen towards the far sideline. Complete there. Deshaun Overstreet. He sprints across the 40. 2 defenders shoving out of bounds right near the first down marker.
Pushed out of bounds by Vinny Burton.
Yeah, we'll see where they spot the football. He needed the 43. It looks like they marked him just shy of that.
Getting the 6
42.
Third down.
Third and 1 coming up for the Firebirds.
Like these first 2 plays, they make the Olathe East defend sideline to sideline.
Third and 1 at the 42-yard line. Ball in the far hash. Pistol formation with strips to the left towards this near sideline.
Yeah.
Chest high snap. Read option. Finn Moore hands it off. He's
got a big hole at the 40, into the deep into territory of the 20. He will score.
and he was gone. A 58-yard touchdown run.
Well, picking up where he left off last week, right? 92-yard touchdown run last week, 58-yard run for touchdown tonight. Man alive. So the first two plays, speed option to the left all the way to the sideline, bubble screen to the right on the second play all the way to the sideline. Then they just take it up behind the tackle, score.
Yeah, I mean, when you give it to Brittingham running straight ahead like that, Craig, and he gets to the second level untouched, you're going to have a hard time catching up to him. Or in this case, they didn't catch up to him at all. The extra point is up and good, and an explosive start to this game for Free State, Craig. A 3-play touchdown drive of 67 yards. It took them just 30 seconds to do all that. So with 11:30 remaining, Free State already ahead 7-0.
Well, you see the offensive line running off and being congratulated by O-line coach Bob Lisher. Those guys did their job. They really did their job on these first 3 plays.
Well, now the defense will take the field, Craig, against an Olathe East team that I mentioned during the open. Runs a very similar style of offense to Shawnee Mission West that Free State saw last week, in that they run a lot of the same sort of wing T style that you'll see. And so for Free State, that's back-to-back weeks where they're going to face this style of offense, which you think gives them a better chance to maybe build a little bit of understanding of how to stop it a little bit.
Firebirds had some challenges last week. Opening drive, West took it right down the field in big chunks, scored, and then there were times throughout the rest of the game that West had real success running the football. So, we chalked that up last week to a lot of misdirection in the backfield, sometimes double handoffs, things like that. So we'll see if that experience last week has helped this defense this week.
Which Olathe East, Craig, when they run the wing T, they're a much more straightforward wing T team in the sense of they just want to try to physical you. Out-physical you at the line of scrimmage and kind of dominate in that area. So while it is the same offense, maybe not necessarily the exact same style that Free State saw against Shawnee Mission West. Here's an end-over-end kick from right to left, fielded at about the 13-yard line by the Hawks. They run it out across the 30 to the 35. 2 Firebirds tackle him there on the return. That was a strong return from Devair Hales, who looked like he was about ready to hit that extra gear and take off, but 2 Firebirds upend him right at the 35-yard line.
He was about 1 step away from really breaking that, so that was a good open field tackle on the kick return.
Here comes this Olathe East offense, and again, they also like to run that sort of wing T style. And here they come lined up with 2 H-backs, and they've also got a back to the right, sort of a short pistol, short shotgun. It's Burton who's the quarterback, Milo Burton. It's a straight quarterback power. He hurdles 1 defender at the line of scrimmage and gets tackled at about the 38-yard line. He picked up 3 yards.
No deception there. That was a straight quarterback run.
Yep.
I guess there was a potential of a pitch to the back in motion, but the quarterback never even looked at him.
Yeah, Milo Burton is the quarterback to start this game for Olathe East. And joining him in the backfield, you got Desmond Washington on one side. You have Miles Miller on the other. Here he goes out of that sort of short shotgun pistol look. They bring him in motion. Here's a fullback dive running straight ahead. He powers across the 40 for a decent gain. Ethan Prescott was there for Free State to make the tackle after a short gain on a straight fullback dive by Jaden Scott of Olathe East. They need the 45 for a first down. They're spotted at the 43, so 3rd and 2 coming up for Olathe East. Moving from left to right. They're right in the middle of the field. 10:20 remaining in the first quarter. A 3-play touchdown drive for Free State off a 58-yard touchdown run by Matt Brittingham has them with a 7-0 lead. Here comes a man in motion. Here they go, straight quarterback power again with Burton. He falls forward right to the 45, and I think that second effort, Craig, got him the first down.
It's close.
It looked like Free State had a chance to hit him at or near the line of scrimmage, but Burton falls forward. Burton, by the way, Craig, is listed at over 6'4", so he's kind of a really tall kid who can use that length to lean forward and get extra yards.
So when he falls forward, he's really making some yardage.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
No kidding. They do give him the first down right at the 45-yard line. 1st and 10 at their own 45 for the Hawks. A short pistol again. H-back in motion from the right. They hand it off running straight ahead with Jaden Scott, and he beats the defense. Quick tackle there. Bowers wrapped him up immediately for just a gain of, they'll give him 2 yards on the play to the 47. Right near the wings of the Free State Firebird logo near midfield. The lights have kicked on here at Free State High School as the sun starts to move closer to the horizon. It was an unusually warm day here in Lawrence, but temperature should be falling now as we get into the evening hours
from the low 80s into the 70s. 2nd and 8 at the 47-yard line, right in the middle of the field. They bring the man in motion from the left on the H-back. Here goes Burton on a straight quarterback power running off right tackle. Several Firebirds meet him there. He tries to push the pile forward, but Free State drives him back. Brittingham was in there along with Grayson Rawls, along with Finn Moore. So Finn Moore and Madden Brittingham making the plays on offense and on defense, Craig.
Well, those two with initial contact, and then 3 or 4 other green jerseys get there.
Yeah.
Nice pursuit down the line of scrimmage, gang tacklings, which you love to see if you're the defensive coordinator.
Yeah, and against this style of offense, Craig, it feels like rallying to the football is so critical.
Yep.
Now 3rd and 5 from right at midfield. Ball in the near hash. Olathe East moving from left to right. It's a pass play as Milo Burton rolls out to his left, throws it, overthrew his intended target. It's incomplete. He was looking for Gavin Otto, and he just overthrew him at the Free State 40-yard line. It's 4th and 5 from right at midfield. And for the time being, well, for a moment it looked like Olathe East was considering going for this, but the punt team runs out of the field for the Hawks. And this is an offense, Craig, where if this was a 4th and 3 or 4th and 2,
right,
they'd probably be going for it.
Right.
But
this is a prudent decision. 4th and 5 right at midfield.
Yep, on 3rd and 5, they throw an incomplete pass, so they get no yards out of it. So on 4th and 5, they will go ahead and punt this ball away from right at midfield. Madden Brittingham stands at his own 3.5-yard line from the near hash. The punt is away, a high spiraling kick. Fielded at about the 9-yard line by Brittingham. Jukes one defender, tries to shake another tackler, but they wrap him up and sling him into the turf after just a short return. Cale Williams on the tackle for Olathe East. And so with 8:18 remaining in this first quarter, Free State will take over up 7-0, but they're deep in their own territory, Craig, at their own 13-yard line.
You know, going back to that 3rd down pass play, that pretty well told you what the decision was for 4th down, because if you don't get it, you got a 4th and 5, and so you pretty well, at that position on the field, you're pretty well thinking I got a punt. Now, if they run it and get 2 or 3 yards, as you said before, then they probably think about going for it on 4th.
Free State just needed 3 plays to score on their opening drive after a 15-yard touchdown run by Madden Brittingham. They start the shotgun here. Here comes a man in motion on jet sweep action. They hand it to him, running the jet sweep towards the near sideline. He stepped out of bounds right in front of the Free State bench. That was Nella Alagrucci on the jet sweep action, sprinting towards the near side. He, of course, had that 91-yard touchdown reception from Finn Moore last week against Shawnee Mission West.
Wasn't that something?
Yeah, that was
Alagrucci, 5'9", 160-pound senior.
Trips again for Free State towards the right side of the field. Out of the pistol, Brittingham stands directly behind Finn Moore. Chest high snap, play action pass. He rolls out to his right, moving the pocket. Pump fakes, now he wants to run at the 20. Jukes a defender at the 23-yard line, across the 25, near the 30. He's got more than enough for a first down. That'll move the chains out to right at the 30-yard line after a decent scramble there from Finn Moore. Give him about 12 yards on that scramble play.
What a test for a defense when Moore rolls out, because you got to respect the pass routes and drop back into coverage, but you also know he's a more than capable runner, so it's a real challenge to defend that.
Pistol formation again. This time they go with 2 receivers towards the far sideline. The ball's on the far hash with 7:45 remaining in this first quarter. They run a speed option into the short side of the field. It's a pitch to Brittingham, and he lowers the shoulder and takes a defender with him out of bounds after a short gain near the 35-yard line.
Interesting. They run speed option to the short side of the field on that play. They run jet sweep to Alagrucci to the short side of the field prior to that.
They still gain 5 yards in the play with Brittingham gaining some yards after contact out to the 35. 2nd and 5 for the Firebirds. Their home green and gray uniforms with white helmets. Chest high snap, a handoff running straight ahead. Brittingham waits, now accelerates through the hole and powers forward across the 40 for another first down for the Firebirds. He was finally tackled by Evan Stoll for Olathe East, but he moves the chains after a 7-yard run out to the 42-yard line.
There's that patience at running back that I thought we started to see more of last week as I assume he's just growing more and more comfortable in his role as a running back this year.
Trips to the near side now for Free State, staying in the pistol look. Finn Moore surveys the defense. Out of here, they go with a speed option towards the near side. It's a pitch out to Brittingham. Cuts up field across the 45 near midfield and then bangs out of bounds. And, man, he maybe lowered the hit more than the defender did there. It's a first down again for Free State on the speed option pitch to Brittingham.
Brittingham 6'1", 190. That's good size. But put that speed together with that, and you've got a real weapon there at that position.
Yeah, you talk about his patience as a runner, Craig, that he's demonstrated. I think he's also shown a lot more physicality over the past couple of weeks as a runner. Pistol look again. 4-down lineman for Olathe East as Finmore surveys the defense. It's a bit of a high snap. They hand it off running straight ahead with Brittingham. Tries to juke a defender. Does shake off one tackler, but they stack him up and drive him back as he got to the 45-yard line. So a gain of only 2 yards. They're into Olathe East territory, moving from right to left down the field. 6:20 remaining in this first quarter. Free State leads 7-0. And it was a Madden Brittingham 58-yard touchdown run that got the scoring started for the Firebirds, and he's been featured heavily to start this game. As we approach halfway through this first quarter. Trips again. Out of the pistol, 3 receivers to the right. Finmore waits as he scans the defense. He's got Brittingham standing just a couple steps behind him. Oh, and Brittingham and Moore almost kind of collide there as he rolls out to his right. Moore looking downfield, still scrambles towards the far sideline. Tries to sidearm a throw, incomplete. He was looking for Elijah Beckham just at about the 35-yard line. Incomplete, and that brings up 3rd and long for the Firebirds. It's 3rd and 8 at the Olathe East 45-yard line. They need the 37 for a first down.
Well, any positive yards on this play will almost certainly guarantee going for it on 4th. That play didn't start out real well. It looked like Brittingham was expecting the handoff.
Yeah.
Finmore was thinking, okay, we're going to fake the handoff and roll out. Just disjointed from the beginning.
Yeah, it looked like a little bit of miscommunication there in the backfield as they kind of bumped into each other. Now they go out of the shotgun. It's a straight quarterback power with Finmore running to his right, and he does not get very many yards. 2 defenders are there immediately for Olathe East to make the play. It was Evan Milford and J.T. Lundgren who were there for the Hawks to make the tackle on Finmore. He gained a couple of yards, Craig. It's 4th and 5 at the 42-yard line, and just as you suspected, Craig Stradamus strikes again, predicting that Free State will go for this on 4th and 5. The ball is on the near hash, and after a quick look towards the sideline, it looked like some confusion, Craig, and Free State will call timeout. The offense kind of broke the huddle and started to line up. Then everybody looked towards the sideline and started to shuffle around, and it was clear maybe that they weren't 100% sure what they were doing there. So Free State burns a timeout with 5:18 remaining in this first quarter. 7-0 the Firebirds lead. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Free State Football.
1320 KLWN Lawrence and FM 1017 K269 GP Lawrence. Depend on it.
7-0 Free State leads over Olathe East. I'm Nick Springer along with Craig Hershiser. Thanks so much for joining us tonight for some high school football on a beautiful evening in Lawrence. Craig, it was a little bit warmer than you'd like it to be for this time of year normally in Lawrence, but now that the sun has started to set, we're comfortably into the mid-70s, might even get into the 60s by the time this game wraps up.
Oh, that is the weather I'm born for.
There you go. And really not much of a breeze to speak of either, so the wind obviously not a factor tonight either. Out of this timeout, it's 4th and 5 for Free State at the Olathe East 42-yard line. They're looking for the 37 for a first down. They have 3 receivers, pistol formation. 4-down linemen for Olathe East. They've really stacked the box. Brittingham now steps to the right of Finmore out of the shotgun. Moore takes a high snap. It's a quarterback draw. Here he goes, taking off at the 40. Breaks 2 tackles, falling forward. Did he get to the marker? Oh, it'll depend on the spot, Craig. Yes, he did get it.
He got it.
He needed the 37, and I think he stretched to the 36. They needed 5, and they get 6 from Finmore, who ran through an arm tackle and then extended the football to ensure he got that first down.
Nick, I'm telling you, when Free State has a running quarterback and they're in a 4th down situation, it's 50-50 that they're going to drop back, and then run quarterback draw.
Yep. Perfectly executed there, running off the left guard, and it works for a first down. Out of the pistol, here they go with another speed option play. This time Finmore just takes it and turns upfield, and he rumbles ahead deeper into Olathe East territory across the 30, near the 25. A big pickup there, almost 10 yards. Boy, Craig, he started to stretch it wide on the speed option, and then Finmore just put his foot in the turf and cut upfield and picked up 9 yards.
You see that push by the offensive line?
Yeah.
That was good work up there.
They do give him 9 on that run. And it's 2nd and 1 at the 28-yard line. or excuse me, the 27-yard line. 2nd and 1 from the 27. Straight handoff, running ahead. Now Brittingham tries to bounce to the outside, running left, and he gets cut down after no gain. A nice tackle in the open field, running left by Evan Milford for Olathe East.
Well, they gave him half a yard, basically. The down marker moved.
Yep. 3rd and what do you call this, Craig? 3rd and 18 inches here.
It's 3rd and
short and a half.
A short one, a very short one.
Here they come with that power run formation. They've got 2 H-backs to the right, Finmore out of the shotgun. And here he goes, quarterback power off right guard, and the Red Sea just parts for him, and he sprints into a bunch of defenders, but he crossed the 25. He's certainly got the first down.
So they go run formation. They go power.
Yeah.
They really stack the box. And Olathe East defense condensed and came up to the line of scrimmage. I wouldn't have been surprised to see Kevin Stewart leak somebody out on a seam route.
A little bit of a pop pass.
And go for it, yeah.
Well, there, the run play worked out for them. They got the first down to the 23-yard line. 1st and 10 at the 23 as they near the red zone. 3:05 remaining in the first quarter. 7-0 Free State leads. Play action pass. Here you go on a seam route. The pass is caught. Touchdown! Nello Alagrucci off of play action, and he runs a seam up the right side of the field for a touchdown. Finmore put it right on him. Give him 6 more.
That was a well-thrown ball. Hit Alagrucci right in the stride.
Yep.
But you take a little shine off that touchdown because we're going to see a celebration penalty.
There was a late flag after Alagrucci scored, Craig. He took the ball and just basically chucked it into the air. And that's going to result in a penalty against Free State.
I saw a teammate run up and try to catch it before it fell, trying to avert the penalty, but come on.
So that's going to be assessed on the kickoff, as Free State will come on for the extra point. 13-0, the Firebirds lead. Looking to make it 14. Micah Jones, the kicker, lines up, and the kick, it almost got blocked, Craig, but the kick is true, and it's 14-0. Free State leads. A 23-yard touchdown pass from Finmore to Nello Alagrucci puts the Firebirds up by 2 possessions. 3:01 remaining in this first quarter, and Craig, we kind of talked about it last week, and we didn't really get a chance to expand upon it much here tonight before this game, but last week against China Mission West, a really slow start for Free State on both sides of the ball, truthfully.
Yeah.
But here tonight, you go down, you score on the opening drive in just 3 plays, your defense gets off the field, and then you're able to go and score again.
So this is about how you draw it up during the coaches' meetings, right?
Yep.
Here's what we need to do on offense. We'll get a score. We'll stop them, force them to punt. We'll go score again.
3:01 remaining in this first quarter. It's 14-0. Got a little ahead of myself. 14-0. Free State leads. And the Firebirds will be kicking this ball off from right to left. And Craig, Olathe East, they didn't really try any funny business on their opening drive offensively. It was just straight line up and try to run the football. And it worked for them. They got to midfield and then ended up stalling there.
Yep, saw a lot of quarterback run. Pretty conservative.
So because of the penalty assessed on the unsportsmanlike after the touchdown, Free State will kick this ball off from their own 25-yard line. So Olathe East is looking at having a chance to get really good starting field position for this next drive. Micah Jones has the ball set on the far hash on the right side of the field as he will boot this away. He puts his right foot to the leather and sends it away. A pretty strong kick.
Yeah,
it's fielded at the 15-yard line by Olathe East. Plenty of room to run, though, across the 30 to the 35 to the 40. Near midfield at the 45, and he's finally tackled. So Olathe East will capitalize up the penalty and start with pretty strong field position. It was Jack Anderson on the return for Olathe East out to the 46-yard line.
But compliments where they're due. That was a good
pretty
kickoff.
Strong kick.
That was a very nice kickoff.
Yep. I mean, if he kicked that off from the 40, Craig, that would have got to the end zone, I think.
Oh yeah.
So a very strong kick by Jones, but a good return as well for Olathe East. And here they go at their own 46-yard line, moving from left to right. Power pistol formation with the wing T. They bring a man in motion. Play action pass. Milo Burton wants to throw. He rolls out right. He's being chased down from behind. Throws it. It's complete on the near side. This is Otto at the 40. Inside the 40 to about the 37 before two Firebirds get him down. The tackle by Julius Matthews for Free State along with Finn Moore, but a nice completion and a big gain for Olathe East on first down.
Boy, Burton was really under duress, but he showed a lot of composure and just continued looking downfield.
Yeah, it was Keaton Parrish who was hounding him down from behind for Free State, but couldn't get there, and it turns into a strong completion. And just like that, Olathe East, they are cooking with gas in Free State territory at the 37-yard line. They do a man on an orbit motion. They pitch it to him on the far side, running left, trying to find some running room. Free State stacks him up, a gain of only about 2 yards. Desmond Washington was the recipient of that pitch as he tried to sprint left. Free State shut him down pretty quickly, a gain of, they give him 3 yards across the 35 to the 34.
Boy, Firebirds really disciplined and assignment sound on that play, getting out there and setting the edge, not allowing East to turn the corner, making him cut back upfield into the pursuit.
1:45 remaining in this first quarter. 14-0 Free State leads. But Olathe East, thanks to a penalty, got strong starting field position. Now they're into Free State territory at the 34-yard line. And they got a little wing T with a sidecar pistol formation. Here's Burton. He wanted to run left, now he cuts back. Or he wanted to run right, now he cuts back to the left. Multiple Firebird defenders chase him down and knock him out of bounds. There's also a flag down in the middle of the field. And this is an Olathe East offense, Craig, that can't afford to get set back by penalties.
No, and looks like the posture of Olathe East tells me it's going against them.
Yep, a chop block called against Olathe East.
That's a major.
And that will back the Hawks up pretty significantly. So they benefit from the penalty against Free State on the touchdown, but then here they give it back. They give a lot of those yards back. And this is going to set the Hawks way back, Craig. Second down and a country mile coming up here. The ball moves back to the 49-yard line.
The official stepped off 15 yards.
Second and 22.
Well, if you're East, I don't think you're going to try and get it all back at once. You got 3 downs to get your first down.
2 receivers, send a man in motion. It's a low snap for Burton. He picks it up. Now wants to throw as he rolls to his left, but the Firebirds swarm him, and he's sacked. Back into Free State territory. That play was kind of disjointed from the beginning. It was a low snap, and then Burton tried to hand it off. He pulled it back and then was looking to throw as he sprinted to his left, and he gets sacked for a big loss.
Oh, a major penalty followed by a low snap and a quarterback sack. We're looking at third and, 28 now?
Yep, a new quarterback has come into the game, Craig, for Olathe East. Number 15, Kale Williams, just ran onto the field. Well, Burton comes back, actually. Kale Williams has taken snaps at the quarterback position, but it looks like it's Burton still out there. We're going to see where Williams went. Looks like he's out wide to the left. Oh, it's Burton again, looking to throw as he rolls to his right. He tries to take off near midfield. 2 defenders bring him down. Bowers and Prescott take down Burton. But boy, he is a big-bodied quarterback, Craig.
Yeah. Yep.
Took 2 defenders to get him down. He got into Free State territory at the 44-yard line, but this is 4th and 17. An 11-yard run by Burton, but still they're looking at 4th and very long. But you're kind of stuck in no man's land. I mean, you're at the 44. They could punt this, but they're going to let this clock expire on this first quarter and think about it, what they want to do. The first quarter comes to a close. Free State leads over Olathe East 14-0. We'll take a timeout. Second quarter action is coming up next. You're listening to Free State Football on KLWN.
Lawrence's Prairie Moon Waldorf School. Discover the true value of education. Our unique approach nurtures the head, heart, and hands, fostering creativity, critical thinking, and practical skills. By understanding the developmental phases of childhood, we offer a comprehensive curriculum that includes music, dance, theater, and more. These experiences help students develop intellectually, emotionally, and physically, preparing them to confidently pursue their paths. Enroll at the Prairie Moon Waldorf School in Lawrence and invest in a holistic education for your child's future.
Your home for the Jayhawks, Lions, and Firebirds is FM 1017 and 1320 KLWN. Depend on it.
Back here at Free State High School, I'm Nick Springer alongside Craig Hershiser. Thanks so much for joining us tonight on KLWN and on our live stream on YouTube. That's how you can find our video live stream tonight as well of the game between Free State and Olathe East. Coming out of this timeout, it's 4th and 17 for Olathe East at the Free State 44-yard line. And out of the timeout, it looks like they've got the offense on the field. We were just discussing during the break the possibility of a pooch punt, a pooch kick here for Olathe East. They could just try to go for it. They've got two receivers lined up. They are lined up in an offensive set out of that wing T with the shotgun. Here comes a man in motion. Burton takes the snap. Play action pass. They're going to try to convert this 4th and 17. Burton's under siege. He steps out of the pocket, escapes a pass rusher, now unloads it downfield. Oh, it's caught! It's caught at the 16-yard line. What a catch and what a play.
Wow.
Gavin Otto makes the catch. Oh, they had Burton hemmed in, Craig. He stepped to his left, escaped a tackler, and then just heaved a prayer down the field to the near sideline, but it's caught by Otto at the 16-yard line.
You got to give a lot of credit to Burton, the quarterback.
Yes.
There. He was so close to being sacked, steps out of it, keeps his head, keeps looking downfield, finds an open man. Big 4th conversion, holy cow.
It turns into a 29-yard pass play on 4th and 17. Now 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line. Here goes Burton running off right guard, and he gets tackled pretty quickly. After a short gain, Prescott was in there for Free State. So a chaotic play to start the second quarter that's injected some life into this Olathe East team. Down 14-0, they went forward on 4th and 17, and you hate to say they needed to convert that, Craig, but they really needed. They really did, and they do. And now they have a chance to possibly cut into this Free State lead. 2nd and 7 at the 11-yard line.
Well, you talk about a jolt of momentum.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. 3 receivers now for Olathe East. Here comes a man in motion on a jet. Then he stops, and before the snap, a timeout called by Olathe East. Olathe East is coached by Courtney Porter, so he takes a timeout and will have his team huddle up here. 11:02 remaining in the second quarter. Free State leads 14-0. If you're just joining us, it was a 58-yard touchdown run by Matt Brittingham that got the scoring started after just 3 plays to start the game. Then Free State scored again on a Noah Alagucci 23-yard pass catch from Finn Moore. But Olathe East had this drive start with strong field position after a unsportsmanlike conduct penalty after the touchdown by Free State. So the Hawks started this drive at their own 46. They got deep into Free State territory. A penalty set them back. Then they got sacked and faced a 3rd and long. And then, as you just heard moments ago, it was 4th and 17 for them after that sequence. But they convert on a 29-yard pass from Milo Burton to Gavin Otto. And now it's 2nd and 7 for Olathe East in the red zone at about the 12-yard line, with 11:02 remaining in this second quarter. Out of the timeout, 3 receivers for Olathe East. They've got 1 H-back off the right side of the offensive line, and then sort of a fullback lined up to the right of Milo Burton. Now they send a man in motion, sprinting all the way to the near side of the field. 2 receivers left now for Burton as he scans the defense. Now another man comes in motion, running a little bit of an orbit, coming around behind Burton. He looks to pass and slings it into the flat. It's caught by the orbit man. Tries to juke back inside. Several Free State defenders are there. The completion to Diver Hales, who ran from the far side, then came in and looped around behind Burton, and then Burton slung it to him basically on an extension of the run game, essentially on a short pass. And Hales got about 2 yards on the play into about the 10-yard line.
Nick, I have to admit, I've not heard that expression before. Orbit?
Orbit motion, yeah, you loop around. Loop around behind the quarterback.
Wow, okay, I learned one tonight.
There you go, orbit motion.
I'm going to use it.
Loop around behind the quarterback.
Yep.
3rd and 5, pistol formation. Burton slings it short into the flat. The pass is caught. Jukes one defender at the 5-yard line. Does he have the first down? It'll depend on the spot. Desmond Washington with a great effort, and I think he's got the first down, Craig. Boy, Ethan Prescott, one of Free State's surest tacklers, had a chance to get him down short, but Washington makes a nice athletic play, and he's got the first down.
Well, I hear what you're saying. That's unusual for Ethan. I mean, here's a guy who had 11 solo tackles last week, 4 assisted. And I think last week is at least the second time this season he's been in double digits for solo tackles, not total, but solo.
Well, and keep in mind, Free State's only played 3 games, so you're talking about 2/3 of the game.
Exactly.
Now 1st and goal at the 5-yard line. Here's a fullback dive running straight ahead. Touchdown, Olathe East. They handed it off to Jaden Scott, and he found some space in the middle of the defense of Free State. It's a 5-yard touchdown run. And boy, a real response here from Olathe East to start the second quarter. They convert a 4th and 17, and they turn that into 6 on a little run by Jaden Scott.
Boy, they overcame a massive penalty. They overcame a quarterback sack. They overcame a 4th and 17 to punch it into the end zone finally.
14-6, Free State leads pending the extra point here. It's Caden Duncan on to kick for Olathe East. 9:40 remaining in the second quarter. The extra point is up, and it wasn't the prettiest in the world, but he knocks it through. And it's 14-7. Olathe East answers and gets on the board against Free State.
Nick, never ask how, just ask how many.
That's true. That is true, especially when it comes to field goal kicking. 9:40 remaining in the second quarter. It's 14-7. Free State still leads, but that lead has now been cut in half thanks to a 5-yard touchdown run by Jaden Scott.
Just what an odd drive. I mean,
really from the beginning.
East assisted by the unsportsmanlike penalty assessed on the kickoff.
Yep.
So they have good field position to start their drive, and then the chop block, then the sack, then a 4th and 17, and they finally wind up punching it in. I mean, don't you love high school sports? I'm serious, man.
Yeah.
You see all kinds of things.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think you got to tip your cap to the resiliency of Olathe East,
Absolutely.
right? I mean, you're facing a 3rd and 28, then you're facing 4th and 17, and you really on that play they needed almost a miracle to even make that play happen with Burton scrambling to his left and almost sacked,
nearly sacked,
and then he just heaves it downfield, and his receiver makes a great play. But it results nonetheless in 7 points for Olathe East, and the Hawks will kick this ball off from right to left. Free State will get the ball back. 2 touchdowns and 2 possessions, though, for the Firebirds, so the offense will hope to keep that streak going as well. Duncan is the kickoff man for the Hawks. He looks to his left, then to his right. Right arm in the air, and he'll send it away. It's an end-over-end kick, fielded at the 10-yard line. There goes Beckham, runs towards the middle of the field. At the 15, at the 20, now cuts up to the 25, to the 30, to the 35. Stumbles, stays on his feet, though, across the 40, and he's to the 46-yard line on the return. Special teams making an impact for Free State there with Beckham cutting up field and getting out to the 47-yard line. That's a 37-yard return, Craig.
Yeah, but Free State is walking back towards the 20.
There's a flag down on the far side of the field. I did not see that penalty initially, Craig, but yes, you're right. This seems like it will be coming back.
And, considering it was return right, you could tell that from the first step. It was return right, and the penalty flag is about as far away as you could possibly be, so that just tells you there was some kind of inconsequential action happening over there.
Well, Craig, the call was a face mask against Free State, so somebody maybe on a block got a little too handsy and got their hands up into the face mask of a defender.
And you got to ask yourself why.
Yeah,
why?
So that erases the 37-yard return by Beckham, and Craig, Free State will start this drive at their own 12-yard line because of that penalty. I mean, you're talking about a 35-yard flip of field position there. From the 47 to the 12.
But don't forget, we saw a 91-yard touchdown pass and a 92-yard touchdown run last week, so anything can happen.
I had a feeling you were going to remind me of that probably multiple times tonight.
Oh, I'm going to. That's
9.5 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Free State takes over at their own 12, going from left to right. They start with a read option play. Finmore keeps it. A little jump stop as he gets across the 15. He's still on his feet trying to power forward near the 20. And finally, they blow the whistle and get him down right at the 20-yard line. A 7-yard run by Finmore. 2nd and 3 coming up from just inside the 20-yard line. 14-7, Free State leads. Pistol formation for Finmore. He's got trips to his right towards the near side of the field. 4 down line for Olathe East. Now Madden Brittingham steps into the left hip pocket of Finmore. Straight quarterback power running off left guard. Here goes Moore. Hurdles one defender. Stays on his feet. He's finally spun down, but he's got the first across the 20 to about the 24-yard line. He needed 3 and he gets 4. That'll move the chains. First and 10 at the 24-yard line for Free State. Ball on the far hash. Pistol formation. Finmore glancing towards the sideline for the play call from the near side. Not trying to redirect a couple of his receivers. He's trying to, well, he was trying to get one of his receivers to motion, Craig, but it didn't happen. Pistol now shotgun formation with trips to the right. They throw another little bubble screen. It's caught by Overstreet. Nearly got blown up in the backfield, and that's Benji Burton making the play for Olathe East, blowing that one up. They end up losing a yard. Boy, they tried that bubble screen early in the game, Craig, with some pretty good success, but that time it was well read by the Olathe East defense.
Overstreet did not get much help from his wide receiver buddies out there.
And Benji Burton, Craig, may be the most talented player on this Olathe East squad, number 3 in white and orange, playing in the secondary. He's a very athletic, sort of hybrid safety linebacker type player. He's the guy to watch in the secondary for the Hawks. Here's a straight handoff running off of left guard. Brittingham jukes one defender, stays on his feet, trying to drag more Olathe East Hawks forward. Finally, the pile comes to rest near the 30-yard line. They've got it marked at the 29. So give them about 5 yards on that run play, out to the 29, 5.5 yards. That brings up 3rd and 6 at the 29. Or just about the 28, 3rd and 6. They need the 34 for a first down. Pistol formation, 2 receivers towards the right side. Finmore surveys the defense. Here comes a blitz off the right side. They roll the other direction on a speed option play. Oh, and a big hit by Burton on Finmore. Moore tries to stretch forward. He's well short of the first down, though. And Free State, I think, will have to send out their punt unit here, Craig. Ball spotted at the 32-yard line.
Well, let's keep in mind, Finmore is the punter.
Yep.
I'm not suggesting they're going to run a fake punt and go for it here on 4th and 2 or 3 from this spot on the field. But
it was Benji Burton again that made the play for Olathe East. But yeah, 4th and 2 from their own 32-yard line.
Excuse us, they're going for it.
They've lined up in a power run formation with Finmore out of the shotgun. He will just straight go for it. He goes Moore, bursts through, and he stays on his feet, stumbling at the 45, and he's tackled from behind as he crosses midfield. Boy, Craig, I want to point something out. You mentioned it earlier when Free State ran that formation. Everybody for Olathe East is near the line of scrimmage.
Yep.
And what that means is if you break through, you have a chance, and that's exactly what happened on that play.
If you get to second level, you've got a chance to go all the way. And, you know, if not for a stumble.
Yeah, if Finmore maintains his balance, we could be talking about 6 more points there for Free State. But he stumbled a little bit, and Olathe East was able to track him down from behind. It's still a first down regardless for Free State. They move into Olathe East territory at the 49-yard line. 14-7, the Firebirds lead with 5:50 remaining in the second quarter. Here goes Brittingham bouncing it to the outside, running left, and he's tackled after a short gain. Give him only about 2 yards on the run, down to the 47.
Just a couple yards, but I like the call. They got the ball to Brittingham from a different position.
Yep, they went back to that counter look with Brittingham kind of lining up sort of as an H-back, and then they try to flow one direction and get it back to him running the other way. Olathe East sniffed it out pretty well. 2nd and 8 at the 47. Here they go again. They've got 2 H-backs to the right with Finmore in the shotgun. 1 receiver to the right. Power run again. Quarterback power off of right guard. It's Moore. And the pile comes to rest inside the 35 at about the 33. Or, excuse me, inside the 45 at about the 43. Got a little ahead of myself. They give him 4 yards to the 43-yard line. 4:45 remaining in this second quarter. 14-7, Free State leads.
We're looking at 2 snaps to make these, 4 yards?
Yep, 3rd and 4 at the 43-yard line. They're looking for the 39 to move the chains. They line up in the same power run formation out of the shotgun with 2 H-backs to the left this time. And here they go, running straight power behind that off left guard. And Finmore's got the first down and more across the 40 near the 35.
When you have a running quarterback and you go with a straight quarterback run, you actually have an extra blocker.
Yeah.
Because he hasn't handed it off to anybody, so that running back becomes your blocker as well.
Free State moves the chains again down to the 37 after a 6-yard run by Finn Moore. Now they go back to more of a finesse set, 3 receivers. Trips to the right with Moore in the pistol. Birmingham behind him. 4-down lineman for Olathe East. It's a straight dive ahead with Brittingham, and he lowers the shoulder and falls forward inside the 30 to about the 29.
You like to see that from your running back. He's got the ball in both hands, covering both points of the football because he knows he's running into traffic.
A strong run there for Brittingham, giving him about 7.5 yards.
Yep.
3.5 minutes remaining in the quarter. Greg, this Free State drive is not only eating up a lot of yards, it's also eating up a lot of time. Remember, this drive started at their own 13-yard line after the penalty.
Yep.
And now a timeout called by Olathe East. And maybe you get the sense the Hawks are feeling what we just described, which is this has been a long, grueling drive, so trying to give the defense a bit of a breather here with 3:22 remaining in the first half.
Yeah, your conditioning really comes into play here. Every play on this drive has been a run, so it's been a physical drive. And so if you just keep surging forward like Free State has done, and going for it on fourth, was it 4th and 2?
Yep, 4th and 2 at their own 32-yard line.
Yeah. Kind of gutsy, I thought, but
they ended up with a 20-yard run off that.
Yes. so yeah, your front seven starts to feel a little fatigue there.
Yeah, this drive once again started at their own 13-yard line after that face mask penalty on the kickoff. But since then, it's been just downhill, power, physical running from Free State. And they're all the way inside the Olathe East 30.
And Free State has 2 physical guys who carry the ball.
Yeah.
Okay, Brittingham and the quarter. You don't say this about a quarterback very often, but Finn Moore is a physical ball carrier.
Yeah. Out of the timeout, 3 receivers. All 3 to the right towards the near side of the field. The ball is in the middle of the field with Finn Moore in the pistol, surveying the Olathe East defense. 3:22 remaining in the first half, 14-7 Free State leads. They fake the speed option. Finn Moore wants to go up top. He throws. He's got a man open. Oh, broken up. Oh, no. Craig, the Free State receivers broken up for each other.
But, right, yes, they were too close to each other. I cannot believe that's how they drew it up.
There were 2 Free State receivers, both wide open, and neither one of them could make the catch. Oh, that one hurts.
That was a touchdown.
Yep. Instead, it's 3rd and 2 at the 29-yard line.
I like it. Going for it on 2nd and short. Take a shot in the end zone.
Out of the shotgun. Read option. Finn Moore keeps it, running straight ahead, and he is able to power through a couple of defenders. I think he got the first down, Craig, on that 3rd effort. Boy, he was hit once, then he was hit again, but he just kept churning his legs, and he's got the first down.
Well, again, that physical quarterback, that physical running style that he has.
Craig, that play just came down to pure effort, I think. I mean, you get hit once, hit twice, hit 3 times, and you still find a way to surge forward and get the first. 2:50 remaining in the first half. Still 2 timeouts remaining for Free State as well. So the clock not a concern right now for the Firebirds. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. They hand it to Brittingham with a little jump stop in the backfield, and that time he's going nowhere. Great defense from Olathe East. Jaden Scott makes the tackle for Olathe East as Brittingham lost a yard back to the 27. Down to 2:20 remaining in the first half. Free State received the ball to begin the game, Craig, so Olathe East will get the ball out at halftime. So you'd love to turn this into a 2-possession game before the end of the half.
Get a score here.
Yep. Play action pass. Moore looking downfield. Now he starts to scramble to his right. Still looking downfield. He's got 2 defenders chasing him. Now he tucks it away in his right arm and scampers out of bounds. Inside the 25 at about the 22-yard line. That time Finn Moore showed a lot of patience in the pocket. He was looking downfield. He ends up just tucking the ball away and using his legs once again and he ended up gaining about 5 yards.
We would like to think that the receivers could get open deep because of the running game and all the run support that the secondary has to bring.
Yeah.
So you'd think maybe that receivers could get by them on a deep route.
3rd and 6 on the near hash. It's a speed option. Moore. Oh, faked it. Now he steps upfield inside the 20. He's not going to get the first down, Craig. He was swarmed by white and orange jerseys at the 19-yard line. He's short of the first. And boy, what do you do here if you're the Firebirds?
You know, there was a pitch there. I think he missed the opportunity there.
We are approaching 90 seconds remaining in the half, Craig. It's 4th and 3 at the 19-yard line. A field goal would make it a 2-possession game. From here, you're looking at, about a 36-yard field goal attempt?
Yep.
Instead, Free State's going to go for it. Play clock is down to 10. 3 receivers, shotgun formation. Oh, did Olathe East jump? Oh no, they jumped off the left side, it looked like.
It's going to be 4th and 1 now.
That's going to move the chains, Craig. It was 4th and 3.
Oh, it was 4th and 3. Excuse me.
That's going to be a first down.
Yeah.
It looked like it was Billy Anderson for Olathe East who jumped on the right side of the offensive line.
That was a strategy all the way.
That's brutal for Olathe East.
Hawks gave one away there.
Down to 1:10 remaining in the half. 2 timeouts left for Free State. They have a fresh set of downs after the offsides penalty. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Finmore rolls right, slings it incomplete. He was looking for Sean Overstreet at the 5-yard line. That stops the clock with 61 ticks remaining in the half. 14-7 Free State leads. You figure now, Craig, at the very least you can get a field goal from this distance.
Yeah.
But obviously you'd love to get 7.
Well, the ball's in really dead center of the field.
Yep, right at the 14-yard line. 2nd and 10 after the incomplete pass from Finn Moore. Moore gives some instructions to Brittingham, who stands behind him. Pistol set, 3 receivers. 2 to the left. Chest high snap. Here comes a speed option running left. Now Moore does pitch it to Brittingham. Brittingham at the 10. Brittingham at the 5. Oh, and he powered inside the 5. He's got the first down. A big hit.
Wow.
On that far sideline. And when I say big hit, I mean Brittingham delivering the hit.
Yes, he did.
Not the other way around.
He handed out the punishment there.
Oh, boy, Craig, they've got him marked out just short of the first down. From this angle, it looked like he maybe got it before he went out of bounds. But they've got him marked just short. I mean, we're talking 3rd and a few inches here. The ball is inside the 6, near the 5. They need the 5 for a first down. The clock stopped with Brittingham going out of bounds at 56 seconds. Here they go again with that power run formation. Out of the shotgun. Finmore keeps it running off right guard. He's looking for the end zone. Is he in? Yes!
Got it.
Touchdown! Finmore! A 5-yard TD run. Finmore surges across the goal line to put 6 on the board for the Firebirds.
Man, and how big is that offsides penalty now?
Huge.
Wow.
Huge. And by the way, Craig, we haven't talked about it yet tonight, but with every touchdown that Free State scores tonight, you can get yourself a free pancake at IHOP.
Pancakes at IHOP.
That's right. And Craig, I'm not great at math, but we've got 3 touchdowns. That equals 3 free pancakes you can get at IHOP in Lawrence. Be sure to check out the IHOP at 3102 on Iowa Street in Lawrence. Tell them that we sent you and tell them you're there for some free pancakes. You've got 3 at the moment. And while we were opining about pancakes, the extra point was good for Free State, and it's 21-7. 49 seconds remaining in this first half. And Free State, Craig, with a perfectly executed touchdown drive. They were set back by the penalty, but that did not deter them as they marched right down the field, relying heavily on Finmore and Madden Brittingham in that power run game.
He's got a little bit of a riverboat gambler in him.
So Olathe East here, Craig, will have about 45 seconds after the kickoff. They only have 1 timeout. And so the question becomes for the Hawks, how aggressive will they be? And considering the style of offense that they play, Craig, how aggressive can they be? 49 seconds left in the half. It's Ricky Romero to kick this ball off for Free State from left to right. Romero sends it away, an end-over-end kick towards the near sideline. It bounces at the 21-yard line. That's a live ball. They got to pick it up. They do pick it up finally at the 25, trying to make a couple defenders miss, but they will start right there. Olathe East will. Exactly 45 seconds left in the half. One timeout remaining for Olathe East. The Hawks will be getting the ball to start the second half, Craig, so if they're feeling frisky, they could try to get some points on the board here before the end of the half to double up, to cut into this Free State lead.
Well, 45, I mean, that's a fair amount of time.
Only one timeout, though. And this is obviously not an offense that is built to gain chunks of yards. They come out with 3 receivers in sort of an offset pistol formation with an H-back to the right. Straight pass play. Burton wants to heave it up. He throws it downfield. It's caught! Benji Burton's got it inside the 40. A big completion all the way to the Free State 36-yard line.
Nick, seriously, you would see that on TV tomorrow at a college game. Over the shoulder. That was dropped right in there perfectly on the sideline.
That was a moon ball from Burton. He threw that about as high as he did far, and Benji Burton made the catch on the near sideline right in front of the Free State bench. And after that play, Free State calls a timeout.
And pretty good coverage, too.
Yeah, tight coverage.
Yeah.
Just a well-executed pass play. And I guess I stand corrected, Craig, about this offense being able to pick up chunks of yards.
Yeah, I mean, broadcasters curse once again. This is not the way they're built. Oh, wait a minute.
They didn't get me started on the broadcasters jinx. 21-7 Free State leads, but after that big completion, Olathe East has a chance to cut into the lead before half. 39 seconds remaining, but again, I think the key factor here to remember is Olathe East has just one timeout remaining. So if they run a play and get tackled inbounds, they've got to be hustling. They're at the 36-yard line. Pistol formation for Burton. 2 receivers and 2 H-backs. Waist-high snap. Burton looks, throws it quickly on an out route. Oh, it was nearly intercepted.
Yeah.
Burton overthrew his intended target. And I believe that was Rawls behind him who had a shot at it. Grayson Rawls was in coverage and maybe had a chance to possibly pick that one off. It falls incomplete with 35 seconds remaining in the half.
If you're the Free State secondary, you have one very important rule. Don't let anybody behind you.
Yeah.
Keep them in front, keep them in bounds, tackle.
2nd and 10 at the 36-yard line with 35 seconds remaining in the half. Same formation for Olathe East. 2 H-backs, 2 receivers. Burton rolls right, looking downfield at his own 40-yard line. Now he tucks it away. He'll try to scramble, and he will step out of bounds inside the 30 at about the 28-yard line.
Still good time left.
Yeah, Burton was looking downfield, and I think once he quickly recognized nothing was open, he knew he needed to get out of bounds, and he did. He also gained 8 yards on that scramble down to the 28.
We have seen him make some very smart quarterback decisions in this first half.
It's 3rd and 2 at the 28-yard line. So you've got the down and distance here, 3rd and 2. You've got the clock to worry about, 29 seconds. Only one timeout remaining for Olathe East. They bring a man in motion. They hand it off running straight ahead into the teeth of the Free State defense. And boy, Craig, did they get that first down? I don't know. The clock is running, 20 seconds left. They're short of the marker. We're down to 16 seconds, and now they got to call timeout. Man. That was a little bit questionable, I think, from the Hawks.
Yeah.
Only one timeout left, and they run it straight ahead. They don't get the first, so now it's 4th and 1 with 17 seconds left, and you're out of timeouts.
Yeah, you would kind of think with Burton and his ability to run that we've seen so far, you'd think they might roll him to the right.
Yeah.
Try to get the first down, but you've also got the sideline available to you to get out the bounds and stop the clock. But
instead, they run it straight ahead.
Straight up.
And they don't get the first. So it's 4th and 1 at the 27, or really 4th and a half a yard at the 27.5-yard line. 17 seconds left, no timeouts. And if you're considering, well, could they kick a field goal from here? You're talking about a 44-yard attempt from this spot. And I can assure you they don't have Ish Kandrani running on the field.
You know,
like Free State did a year ago.
The old ball coach, Steve Spurrier, would call that last play old-timey football. Didn't work out too well.
17 seconds, no timeouts, and it's 4th and 1 for Olathe East. Free State leads 21-7 as we approach halftime. Shotgun formation, 3 receivers. Ball on the far hash, 2 receivers to the left. Here goes Burton. He wants to run, Craig. He runs straight ahead, gets through the defenders. He's got the first down inside the 20, and he gets out of bounds. Wow, a perfectly executed run play there for Olathe East.
Well, he did everything that had to happen there.
Burton keeps it, gets the first down, and slips out of bounds inside the 20 at about the 18-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that run, and he stops the clock with 11 seconds. And now what are you thinking here, Craig? 1 shot at the end zone, maybe 2 shots at the end zone? You have 11 seconds. You have no timeouts.
I think you have time for 2 if you don't waste too much time with it.
2 receivers. H-back comes in motion. Play action pass. Burton looking. Throws it towards the near pylon. Incomplete. He was looking for Cale Williams, the intended receiver. Excuse me, Gavin Otto was the intended receiver.
Well, that would have been interesting had they completed it, because the defenders right there could have wrapped him up short of the end zone.
Free State takes a timeout here. That's their last of the half with 6 seconds left. And again, the ball's on the far hash. It's at the 17-yard line. So we're talking about if Olathe East had the potential to kick a field goal here, Craig, you're talking about a, 34-yard field goal attempt from the far hash. And we already saw them be a little bit shaky on their extra point earlier. So you figure this is going to be basically 1 shot at the end zone.
Yeah, that's probably about a 34-yarder. So, and really not favorable position over there on the far hash.
Yeah, no wind tonight though, so that wouldn't be a factor. But this certainly seems like it's a situation where Olathe East, and look, even regardless of whether or not they could kick the field goal, Craig, they're down 14. You'd love to just get a touchdown.
Yes.
So the offense for the Hawks will come back onto the field. 21-7, Free State leads. 6 seconds left in the half. The ball spotted on the far hash at the 17-yard line. Olathe East will almost certainly have one final play here to try to get the ball to the end zone. It's Burton out of the shotgun. 3 receivers. Now one comes in motion towards the near side. Burton looks to his left. He wants to go that way. Throws it up towards the near corner, and it's broken up. Incomplete.
Wow.
Rawls knocks it away.
Nice play.
Grayson Rawls breaks it up about 5 yards deep in the end zone, and the clock hits 000. We've hit halftime here at Free State High School.
Good cover. He timed it perfectly, went up in the air, knocked it down. I don't think you could ask much more out of your defensive back.
Yep, I agree with that. So they get the long pass play that the East does to set up a possibility of them scoring a touchdown, but Free State denies them, and the Firebirds lead by 14 as we hit the halftime break. 21-7, Free State leads at half here at Free State High School. By the way, it is homecoming tonight, so you can expect a little bit extra festivities down on the field for halftime. But right now, because it's halftime, it's time for me to turn the broadcast over to Craig Hershiser for his halftime interview and his halftime spotlight. If you're ready.
Are we rolling right into it?
You want to take a break?
Yeah, let's take a little break here.
We'll take a break first. Craig's a little nervous. Taking the broadcast. So we'll take a break, and then we'll come back with Craig's halftime interview spotlight. It's halftime here at Free State High School. 21-7, the Firebirds lead. You're listening to Free State Football on KLWN.
As a high school athlete, I suffered injuries that I was told would make it impossible to continue to play. My dad took me to see a chiropractor, and the pain went, the injury healed, and I was back on the field. I'm Dr. Scott Risley, and that experience changed my life. My passion is to help others. That's what we do at Risley Chiropractic, providing the highest quality, compassionate, and gentle chiropractic care. Feel better, play better, live better. Risley Chiropractic, 785-856-6030.
Hey, this is Rick. Johnny's Tavern, Lawrence's original sports bar, is proud to support amateur athletics. The culture, sportsmanship, teamwork, leadership, commitment, and life skills it helps develop are a big part of the benefits for all participants. Fans, players, referees, administrators all work together to accomplish goals. Johnny's is proud to be involved. If you're looking for another amateur sport, check out the Kansas University Rugby Club for a schedule.
30 years ago, I worked for my dad detailing Peterbilts. I'm Aaron Rao. That's where it all started. I learned about being honest and treating people right. These are the values we continue at Bobside Auto. After 25 years of matching people to their next car or truck, I know the best business is built on trust. Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, or Honda, new or trust certified car or service, at Bobside Auto, trust is our tradition. 2851 South Iowa or online at bobsitecdjr.com.
At Lawrence's Prairie Moon Waldorf School, discover the true value of education. Our unique approach nurtures the head, heart, and hands, fostering creativity, critical thinking, and practical skills. By understanding the developmental phases of childhood, we offer a comprehensive curriculum that includes music, dance, theater, and more. These experiences help students develop intellectually, emotionally, and physically, preparing them to confidently pursue their paths. Enroll at the Prairie Moon Waldorf School in Lawrence and invest in a holistic education for your child's future.
Brian Haney here with my good buddy Matt Llewellyn of the 23rd Street Brewery. KU football is back, and specifically back in Lawrence. That's got to be great for you, Matt.
It is so awesome, Brian. I'm so excited that they're back in Lawrence this year, and we've got all kinds of great things coming at the brewery. We've got brunch now, and we're going to open early for all the games, 9 o'clock every Saturday and Sunday. 23rd Street Brewery's open. We've got brunch, but then we've got our regular items too, so come join us at 23rd Street Brewery.
Always a fan favorite, the 23rd Street Brewery, Clinton Parkway and Cassold in Lawrence.
Friday nights in Lawrence mean one thing, game time. And when it comes to keeping your ride game day ready, there's only one name you trust, Westridge Auto Wash and Lube, right off of 6th and Castle. Locally owned by Don Greenfield, a proud supporter of high school sports in Lawrence since 2005. Fast, reliable, trained technicians, and a heart that beats for this town. Don's wife teaches in the district. His kids graduated here. This isn't just a business, it's community. So before you hit the road to cheer on your home team, swing by Westridge Auto Wash and Lube, where Lawrence rolls clean and proud.
1320 KLWN Lawrence and FM 1017 K269 GP Lawrence. Depend on it.
It's halftime here at Free State High School. I'm Nick Springer alongside Craig Hershiser. The Firebirds lead the visitors from Olathe East 21-7. And I will now turn it over to Craig Hershiser for his halftime interview. Craig, take it away.
All right, thanks, bud. Appreciate it, Nick. So, I'm up here in the booth, and lo and behold, who walks in but Adam Barman, who I knew from Free State during my tenure there as a teacher, and Adam has been here now, I hate to say it, but quite a while.
Oh my gosh, do we have to talk about that, Mr. Hershiser? It's good to see you again, my friend.
Good to see you.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Yes, it has.
Man,
yes,
alive.
it has. Yeah.
So I'm okay, this is partly fictitious. I'm browsing through the football website.
Yeah.
And I'm going all the way back to 2005, and lo and behold, there you are.
How about that? Yeah. You know, to be honest, you have to go back even further. You have to go all the way back to 03. Yeah. That's when I started up there at KU. Yeah, 03 to 06, played under Coach Mangino. Great experience, you know, and then when I was done playing, came up here to Free State High School, started coaching and teaching, and, you know, got to meet great individuals like yourself.
Well, that's generous praise.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to mention this because I'm going to bring it up later.
Okay.
In your tenure as a quarterback at KU, you started games every year.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
So don't let me forget that.
Okay, I'll keep you to that.
Because I'm going to bring that up later.
Okay.
Okay, so KU's done for you, and you come straight to Free State. Is that right?
Yeah, there was a brief hiatus out at Eagle Bend Golf Course where I ran into another Firebird, Steve Grant.
Well, of course you did.
Said, Adam, what are you doing? I said, I don't really know. I'm kind of floundering around. He said, well, I'll tell you what, I've got some great friends up at Free State High School. Go talk to Coach Lisher. Tell him you want a coaching job. So I did. Got me on as a para. And it's kind of history from there. I ended up going back to school. I majored in sports management, got my degree in sports management, went back to school, got an education degree. And then I've been at Free State ever since. It's been great.
You're from Missouri.
Don't tell people that.
How do you manage that? You've been in Lawrence all these years now.
Here's the thing. I'm kind of like a man with no home. So I go back home, and they said, well, you're the guy that went to Kansas. And then I come over here, and they say, oh, well, you're from Missouri. So you can't win wherever you go. So it's great, though. You know, both places are incredible. They've been great to me. I love it here in Kansas. You know, we raise our family here. Our kids are here. So we don't want to be anywhere else.
Okay, so was coaching, was that your plan coming out of college?
Man, well, if I told you my plan, you would laugh. Of course, I was going to be an NFL football player. That was my plan.
Well, that's a good plan.
Well, it didn't work. It didn't work. So yeah, naturally, I love the game. I love being around kids, and coaches have done so much in my life for me. I just thought that was kind of a natural progression for me to be able to kind of give back in whatever capacity that I could, And so it just felt natural for me to come back and coach, and it's been one of the great decisions of my life.
So you're on the football staff here.
One of the football, yeah.
And how many years as an assistant coach?
Oh, let's see. I was there from 08 until 16. So,
okay.
Man, I guess that would have been 9 seasons.
Okay.
Yes.
And at one point, you were the offensive coordinator.
Yes, I was the offensive coordinator.
Nice.
Yes, I was. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Excellent. Remind us of, now that's when you were on Coach Lischer's staff.
Correct.
For all the Free State fans listening out there, remind us of some of the guys on those teams.
Oh, man, we had some incredible players. It was, Joe Deneen, Bryce Tornadin, Cameron Tornadin.
Yeah.
The Rezegis came through, Michael Lish, Fred Wyatt. I mean, the names, you can just go on and on. Keenan Garber. Gosh, I don't want to leave anybody out.
Yeah.
There are just so many. Dylan Perry, Kyle McFarland. I mean, just how much time do you have? I mean, we could sit here for a long time and go over the greats, and that's a lot of fun. But we've got to coach a lot of really, really good young men and good football players here at Free State.
There have been some good high school football players come through here.
Incredible.
Some real good high school football players. So, okay, as I understand it, you got a young family.
Yes.
And decide that coaching probably should take a back seat for a while.
Yeah, coaching in any capacity is demanding, especially coaching high school football in today's world where it's basically 7 days a week. And my wife and I decided to start a family. We have 2 beautiful little girls, and so I decided to step away from the game when our oldest, Kendall, was born. But now both of the girls are, 8 years old, 6 years old. They're both in school, and so I kind of felt like it might be a good time to maybe dabble, kind of stick my foot back in the water, so to speak.
We're going to back up to the family a little bit.
Oh, okay, here we go.
Daughters are awesome, aren't they?
Yeah, aren't they, though? Yes, they are. They're incredible. Yes, they are. Yes.
I told my son that their second daughter was born in June, and I said, I'm glad.
Congratulations. That's great.
Well, thank you. But yeah. I told him, I am glad that you have a son and a daughter,
right? Because
that's a different experience, each one of them.
Right. And I don't have a son. I have 2 daughters, but it's just an incredible experience. They're just different than boys. Anybody out there listening, you know what I'm talking about. Girls are they're just different than boys, and I love it. It's great. They keep me on my toes.
Yep.
I'm kind of outnumbered in the house, but we do have a Labrador Retriever named Lucky, so he's my guy.
Okay.
He's the boy in the house. But it's great. Yeah, it's awesome.
Okay, so the touch football. Mm-hmm. I just learned this, I think, opening game here. You are you are the touch football coach.
Yes, flag football.
Flag football.
Yes.
Flag football.
Yes. So girls flag football here at Free State. This is our first year. It's been incredible. We've got 30 kids out for the team. We weren't really sure going into this what our participation might be. Right? But it was really kind of driven by the kids. They were constantly coming into the offices over the summer saying, hey, are we going to get this going? Are we going to get this going? And then kind of late summer, it all kind of came together. Our principal, Matt Rink, was very instrumental in getting this going. Really, I don't know that this gets off the ground without him. It's just been wonderful for our kids.
So, fill me in on how this even started, this flag football league. Just describe it for us.
Yeah, so what it is, it's a 7-on-7 flag football league where everybody is eligible. It's fun. I mean, it is. It's rocket toss. It's throw it all over the field. You can rush from 1 yard away. So you talk about a fast game now, and there's no blocking. So,
oh, wow.
Yes, so it's quick. And a lot of it is the same kind of terminology and the same kind of concepts that you would see in 11 on 11, right? So you kind of think 7 on.
Yeah.
And you mentioned touch. It's anything but. I mean,
Right.
those girls, they are physical.
Yeah, I had it mixed up.
They get out there. They are a physical bunch. Now, they're not supposed to be all the time. It's supposed to be flag football, but it becomes a very physical game. The girls are picking it up quickly. There are 30 teams currently in the state of Kansas.
Wow.
Right now, yeah. And from what I understand, now, don't quote me on this, but from what I've been told, it takes 24 teams for the club sport to go to a vote at Keisha.
Right, okay.
So with there being 30 teams, the thought is that there will be a vote this April.
Okay.
Hopefully, Keisha votes it in as a Keisha-sanctioned sport. Now, I've heard perhaps next year, as soon as next year, that could happen. Maybe we spend one more year in the club scene and then it happens. But I think that here in the near future, this is going to be a Keisha-sanctioned sport. How cool is that?
That is awesome.
Isn't that awesome?
That is wonderful.
It is so much
Just
fun.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
So, whose idea was this to get this started?
That's a good question. It's kind of a funny story. Coach Meyer and I, Lane Meyer, a teacher here at Free State, we're painting the house late July, and I was talking to him this particular day. This almost sounds like I made it up, but I promise you I'm not making this up. I said, Lane, there was a lot of talk last spring about this flag football team. And I had expressed some interest, but I haven't really heard anything. And I went home for lunch that day, and I get a call, and it's Coach Franz, our basketball coach.
Yeah.
And she has Mr. Rink, our principal, on speakerphone with her. And she said, Mr. Rink says, hey, Adam, would you be interested in maybe coaching our flag football team? There's been a lot of kids, a lot of interest. Would you be interested in doing this? And I said, I would love to help Summer. I'll be Summer's assistant. Summer pipes up and says, oh, no, I'm not going to be the head coach of this thing. I said, you want me to ramrod this? All right. So we kind of got going. It was late July. You know how it goes when you're trying to get something off the ground. Now it's, what are we going to do about uniforms? What are we going to do about footballs? What are we going to do about flags? And so, again, our administration, the people around our community have been incredibly supportive. For both us and Lawrence High School. Lawrence High has a team as well.
Right.
Just unbelievably supportive. And right now we're currently 5-1. We're supposed to play this last Wednesday, but the games were canceled due to rain, unfortunately. But again, we play this Wednesday night right here. It'll actually be our senior night. Yeah, right out here on the field. Yeah, maybe you can come out and get it on the radio.
Wow.
What do you think?
That would be a blast.
That'd be all right, wouldn't it?
Yes, it would.
Uh-huh.
So, is this a school-driven thing? Or does it come from an outside source? Or
Okay, so what's interesting is the NFL has this initiative.
Yeah.
You've probably seen the commercials. I think there was a commercial during the Super Bowl where the NFL is trying to get flag football started in all 50 states.
Yes.
So whatever the closest NFL team is becomes your affiliate, so to speak. So the Chiefs actually help sponsor some of our uniforms, some of our equipment.
Okay.
They help build the schedule. So they kind of oversee it with the idea that these different states will end up sanctioning these sports and then kind of turn it over.
Okay.
It's really a brilliant marketing plan, I think, by the Chiefs to get more women into the game of football.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So right now the Chiefs are our affiliate club, and they've been fantastic to work with. So it's really kind of been driven by them, but then they kind of turn each school loose to kind of run it the way that they want to run their programs.
So if this was happening in Wisconsin,
the
Packers.
It'd be the Packers, baby.
The affiliate club.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Okay, gotcha. All
yes.
right.
Yes.
All right. Yeah, I think that the NFL does such a great job of marketing itself.
Oh my gosh. Incredible.
That is a brilliant. You said
Isn't
brilliant.
it?
That is a brilliant idea.
Yes,
absolutely.
It's incredible, and our girls love it. I mean, they are totally immersed in the game. They are all in. It's an incredible opportunity for our kids. It really is.
So game nights. I think I heard this somewhere. There's 3 teams that show up,
yes,
and everybody gets 2 games.
Correct. It's kind of like the volleyball try.
Okay.
Think of it like that.
Okay.
some schools have more fields, and so then perhaps you can have 6 teams there if you have 2 fields going. But yes, like you're saying.
Okay.
Wow, I think the homecoming queen
holy
and king
cow.
were just announced.
Well,
how about that?
And met with approval.
I think so. Wow.
Okay, so next Wednesday, who's coming?
Next Wednesday, we will host Osawatomie and Baldwin.
Okay.
Yes. So they will be here next Wednesday. Excuse me. That's the following week. Next Wednesday is J.C. Harmon in Baldwin. The following week, we go to Osawatomie and play Osawatomie in Osage City.
So any chance this becomes a Sunflower League?
I think that's the plan. I think ultimately what happens is once this becomes a CASIA sanctioned sport, it's much like what you see. Much like what you see here with the guys 11-on-11 sports.
So you're playing 7. You're playing 7-on-7.
Yes.
On this regulation field.
The field is actually 80 by 40.
Okay.
So we use one of the sidelines and we cone basically. Okay. If you kind of picture it in your mind, the far hash.
Okay.
If you will.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right.
And there's 3 first downs. So the ball starts on the 14-yard line. The first downs are at the 20, the 40. And the 20.
Oh,
you
wow.
get 4 downs to reach there. There is punting.
Yeah.
You can punt. No kicking. There's no kicking in it, so no extra points.
Okay.
If you want to go for 1 after a touchdown, that's from the 5-yard line. If you want to go for 2, that's from the 10-yard line.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty cool.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
pretty cool.
It is.
Okay. Wow. I'm just thinking of your quarterback. You being the quarterback. I'm thinking of your quarterback play, and
she's fantastic.
Is it
freshman?
Is it all pass?
Well, me being the quarterback, we like to throw the ball quite a bit.
Sure.
Yeah. People say, "Coach, can we run it every once in a while?" I say, "Well, what fun is that? You've got 5 receivers out in the pass route. That's much more difficult to defend, right, than just handing it off to a running back." But no, our quarterback's been great. Quinlan Vale, she's a freshman.
Okay.
She's completing 71% of her passes right now. She's thrown for 1,027 yards and 16 touchdowns in 6 games. Yes. Her first game ever as a starter, she was 13 of 14 in the first half, 185 yards and 3 touchdowns. She finished the night 33 of 50 for 401 yards and 7 touchdowns in her first night.
33 of 50.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we've got a lot of multi-sport athletes, a lot of basketball players, a lot of softball players. So it's really one of those situations where we've got an opportunity here for kids to be able to play something other than your typical fall sports. Volleyball, girls golf, girls tennis, cross country. So kids that maybe didn't fit into that mold, those particular molds, they've got a place now to come and play.
The more participation.
Right.
I am all for it. Whether you're participating in debate or
absolutely
cross country or flag football, to get active and be involved.
I know you're an old English teacher, but what's fun about high school is the extracurriculars.
Yes, it is.
Your class was a lot of fun. Mr. Hirschheiser's class was a lot of fun. I'm not saying it wasn't fun. But this is what makes high school special, right? Being involved in the extracurriculars, like you said.
It has been proven over and over and over, the more involved the student is, the better their academic performance.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Right.
No question about it.
No question about it.
Keep that rolling. Absolutely.
Yes, we're going to.
So now I said we'd circle back to you starting games every year of your career.
Yes.
Okay, and here it is. I just wonder how many flag football teams have a coach that was a quarterback in a Power 5 conference.
Oh, I don't know. That would be hard to say. I don't know. I'm sure there's a bunch of them. But no, they're saying 1 right here. I don't know. I'll tell you what, though. I will tell you what. I am very, very, very fortunate to have Coach Summer Franz on staff with me. She makes it go. She is fantastic. I mean, believe me, there's a lot of things. There are a lot more things that I don't know than I do know, and she helps with everything. So without Summer, I don't know that this thing is a go at all.
Well, she's got that. She's got that basketball experience. So she's been a head coach for 3-4 years now.
Yes,
that experience matters a lot.
She's great.
Yeah, in terms of handling your kids, your schedule, the
Right.
travel.
Right.
So many things.
Exactly.
People think, oh, you're a coach, that's cool. But
there's so much more to it.
So much more than game night.
And like today's world, it's all the social media stuff now.
Yeah.
Where I don't know how to do any of that stuff. You know,
And
I can flip through Twitter. That's about all I can do. She can create it all. And all of the different platforms. So, yeah, it's just great. She's been great. So
Coach Franz, hats off to you.
Hats off to you, Coach Franz. We got Mr. Rink back here. We'll see if we can get you a raise. See what he says. He's nodding his head yes.
Okay.
Yep.
That is going to keep winning.
He says keep winning.
Oh, man. Hey, it's so great to see you. Thanks for coming up.
You too. Thank you so much for having us.
You bet.
Yeah, you got to get out one of these Wednesdays.
Okay.
Come out and see us.
All
We're
right.
6 o'clock this next Wednesday.
Okay.
Right here on this field.
All right.
Yeah, we'd love to have you.
That'd be awesome.
Thank you so much for having me.
Well, thank you for
Appreciate
being
it.
here.
Great seeing you again.
Good to see you again.
Yes, take care.
It's been a while.
I know it. It's far too long.
All right, folks, that is Adam Barman, and I think you heard his entire resume there. KU football, teacher and coach at Free State High School, continuing to teach here. Now one of the coaches for the flag football to the inaugural season of flag football here in the state of Kansas. What a great story. What a fantastic. I'm tickled to death over that. So we'll take a break. It is, we got a couple minutes before we start the second half. Firebirds is up 21-7 over Olathe East this evening. It's the Firebirds over the Hawks. You forgot to ask me that question, Nick. It's the Firebirds over the Hawks. So
I did forget to ask you.
All right, so we'll take a break and we'll be right back.
In the heart of Lawrence, Kansas, off 6th and Castle, there's a place that's more than just a wash and lube. It's where Don Greenfield, local business owner, proud father, and husband to a longtime teacher, has been serving our community since 2005. Westridge Auto Wash and Lube is a proud supporter of high school sports in Lawrence, locally owned and operated by trained technicians. Fast, reliable, trusted. Because here, you're not just a customer, you're family. Visit Westridge Auto Wash and Lube right off 6th and Castle in Lawrence, where Lawrence comes to shine.
Crown Toyota. See what sets us apart from the rest. Built for all-day play. 2024 Toyota Tacoma. Rates as low as 1.99 APR for up to 72 months. Does not include $4.99 admin fee. On approved credit. See dealer for details. Offer ends 9/2/25. Experience the Crown difference. Miles Stairs Crown Automotive. 3400 South Iowa, Lawrence, Kansas. Supporting Lawrence Athletics.
Hey, this is Rick. Johnny's Tavern, Lawrence's original sports bar, is proud to support amateur athletics. The culture, sportsmanship, teamwork, leadership, commitment, and life skills it helps develop are a big part of the benefits for all participants. Fans, players, referees, administrators all work together to accomplish goals. Johnny's is proud to be involved. If you're looking for another amateur sport, check out the Kansas University Rugby Club for a schedule.
You know, nowadays it seems like nothing is built to last. Like phones, appliances, cars, computers. But the new Michelin Defender 2-tire is designed to outlast. With a quiet and comfortable ride, you'll have the confidence you need on the roads, whether they're wet or dry. So goodbye to short-lived, and hello to something that lasts.
D&D Tire, 10th in Vermont in downtown Lawrence. dndtires.net.
At Lawrence's Prairie Moon Waldorf School, discover the true value of education. Our unique approach nurtures the head, heart, and hands, fostering creativity, critical thinking, and practical skills. By understanding the developmental phases of childhood, we offer a comprehensive curriculum that includes music, dance, theater, and more. These experiences help students develop intellectually, emotionally, and physically, preparing them to confidently pursue their paths. Enroll at the Prairie Moon Waldorf School in Lawrence and invest in a holistic education for your child's future.
Friday nights in Lawrence mean one thing, game time. And when it comes to keeping your ride game day ready, there's only one name you trust, Westridge Auto Wash and Lube, right off of 6th and Castle. Locally owned by Don Greenfield, a proud supporter of high school sports in Lawrence since 2005. Fast, reliable, trained technicians, and a heart that beats for this town. Don's wife teaches in the district. His kids graduated here. This isn't just a business, it's community. So before you hit the road to cheer on your home team, swing by Westridge Auto Wash and Lube, where Lawrence rolls clean and proud.
Your home for the Jayhawks, Lions, and Firebirds is FM 1017 and 1320 KLWN. Depend on it.
Back here at Free State High School, I'm Nick Springer alongside Craig Hershiser. Second half action about to get underway between the Free State Firebirds and the visitors, the Olathe East Hawks. And Craig, I feel bad I forgot to ask you about who would win between the Firebird and the Hawk.
I was prepared.
Yeah.
I had an answer. I had an answer ready for you.
Well, look, that's my bad. I apologize. 21-7, Free State leads at the half. A quick recap of how it happened. In the first half, Free State got the ball first. They scored on their opening drive in just 3 plays on a 58-yard touchdown run by Matt Brittingham. Free State's defense got a stop. The Firebirds scored again to take a 14-0 lead off of a 23-yard touchdown pass from Finn Moore to Nello Allegrucci. But Olathe East would respond with a long touchdown drive in which they converted a 4th and 17 and ended up scoring on a 5-yard touchdown run by Jaden Scott for the Hawks. Then the Firebirds went on a long drive of their own that took up a majority of the second quarter as they went and scored on a 5-yard touchdown run by Finn Moore, including converting a couple of 4th downs on that drive to make it 21-7. Olathe East did get into the red zone with time ticking away, and with 6 seconds left, attempted a pass into the end zone that was broken up by Grayson Rawls to end the first half at 21-7. By the way, that means with those 3 touchdowns in the first half of Free State that you could be getting yourself 3 free pancakes at IHOP. For every touchdown that Lawrence Free State scores tonight, you can get 1 free pancake at IHOP at 3102 Iowa Street here in Lawrence. They got 3 in the first half, so you've already got 3 free pancakes. We'll see how many more the Firebirds can get for you in the second half. But the Free State defense will be on the field first to begin this second half as the Firebirds will be kicking this ball off from left to right. Free State in their home green jerseys with gray pants, white helmets. Olathe East in the road white jerseys with orange pants, orange lettering, white helmets with orange and black stripe down the middle of them. And kicking off for the Firebirds is Ricky Romero to begin this second half. Thanks so much for joining us tonight on KLWN and on our YouTube live stream as well for tonight's game. We appreciate you being here with us. It's a short end-over-end kick by Romero, and he kicked it out of bounds on the right side. So, unfortunately, Craig, Romero's bright green kicking shoes didn't pan out for him there. He kicks it out of bounds.
Yeah, but a lot of style points for those shoes, man. I like those.
I didn't know that we were keeping track of style points now.
Well, only subconsciously.
Oh, okay. All right, I see how it is. 21-7, Free State leads, but Olathe East is going to start this drive in the third quarter with some decent field position at the 35-yard line.
Come on, you like the green shoes. You can admit it.
The green shoes are nice. They look good. Although they don't match the jersey, which kind of annoys me.
No, they don't.
They're a brighter shade of green. Meanwhile, across town, Mill Valley leads Lawrence High by a score of 28-14 at half. It was 28-7. Lawrence scored a late touchdown at the end of the half to make it 28-14. So the Chesty Lions hanging with Mill Valley. Meanwhile, it's 21-7 as they start the second half with a run play. Oh, he breaks a tackle and is off to the races across midfield into Free State territory. What a run by Olathe East. It was Devary Hales who just lowered his shoulder and powered through a Free State tackler and then showed off his speed sprinting into Firebird territory. A big-time run to start the second half for the Hawks, all the way to the Free State 42-yard line.
Boy, that was a statement run.
Yeah.
First play of the third quarter.
Hales lowered the shoulder and just powered through a defender. They give it to him again, and why not? Running off of left guard, and here he goes again. Juking defenders in the open space across the 35, inside the 30 to the 25, and he's dragged out of bounds. But another big run by Hales to start the second half. Jude Dowdle throws him out of bounds, but 2 quick runs, and already Olathe East is near the red zone.
So the question is, where's he been?
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Hales stepping up with 2 huge runs to start this. Did you see
that nice adjustment he made as he's running to the left? The ball's in his right hand where all the defense is. He switches it to his left to protect the football. That's nice. That's nice. Nice play by the running back.
In the blink of an eye, the ball's at the 24-yard line for Free State. They give it to Hales again. This time, Free State stacks him up and drives him into the turf. Prescott gets him down after just a short gain. Olathe East runs this wing T style offense. 2 H-backs typically line up on either side behind the offensive tackles. They normally got a power back, a fullback that lines up behind the quarterback. In the first half, they had the 1 touchdown drive, but they had to convert a 4th and 17 on that drive to score. This drive is looking already much better. They have 2nd and 10 at the Free State 24. They come out in sort of a shotgun set with a 3-down stance running back to the right of Burton. Burton takes it straight quarterback power, and he runs into a meat grinder at about the 22-yard line and gains just a few yards. Cameron Saul made the tackle for Free State. They give him a pretty good spot down to the 21. They give him 3 yards, but it's 3rd and 7. Craig, you would have to assume this is 4-down territory for Olathe East.
Well, I'm certainly thinking that.
You're down 14.
Yep.
They were in basically this exact spot on the field at the end of the first half and opted to not kick a field goal, so you would assume that means they don't trust that they can make a field goal from this range. 3rd and 7 from the 21-yard line. Here comes a man in motion. Play action pass. Burton slings it over the middle, and it's intercepted. It got tipped and intercepted by Free State at the 15-yard line. The pass was a little behind the intended receiver, and Free State gets the interception. Grayson Rawls with the interception for the Firebirds off the deflection.
Man, that is just crushing for Olathe East. With everything going their way, as at the start of this third quarter, and then that pass being just as on target as he's been all night. That ball being
just
behind
a little behind the receiver. Yeah, I think it was Gavin Otto, the intended receiver, and it was just a step or two behind him. And off the deflection, Grayson Rawls comes up with the interception, a big-time play that stops the Olathe East drive at the 15-yard line. And now this Free State offense comes out with a chance to extend their lead. It's 21-7, the Firebirds lead, with 10-11 remaining in the third quarter. They start out of the shotgun, and they go right back to that power run game with Finn Moore. Here he turns the corner and running left, stays on his feet on the far sideline, and gets to the 29-yard line. About a 14-yard run for Finn Moore. Boy, you can tell, Craig, the game plan for this offense side for Free State is just, we're going to line up, and we're just going to play bully ball and try to power through you.
Yeah, obviously they feel like that's where their advantage is. I'm still waiting for a deep ball, though.
We saw them attempt that one deep pass to the end zone, remember, in the first half, that 2 receivers ended up breaking up their own pass for Free State. That would have been a touchdown. But beyond that, it's been largely on the ground that Finn Moore and Madden Brittingham have been doing their damage. Here goes Brittingham again. He bounces it left and drags a couple of Free State, or drags a couple of Olathe East defenders, I should say, out to the 31-yard line. Oh, no, they give him the 30, actually. Short gain of about 4 yards.
That was hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, no kidding. He was hit pretty much right at the line of scrimmage. Ball on the far hash. Trips towards the right side on the right side of the field. Pistol formation as Finn Moore surveys the defense. 9 minutes remaining in the third quarter. 21-7 Free State leads. Here they go with a little bubble screen again. It's caught on the near side. This is, I think is that Nez Lattimore Douglas who sprints across the 35, across the 40? I'm trying to see the number on that to confirm who that was. Nope, Elijah Beckham made the catch and then turned upfield and picks up another first down for the Firebirds.
Boy, nice acceleration after the catch there. He just blazed through the secondary after he hauled that pass in.
Well, Craig, on that play, they worked in a little bit of a play-action feature as well that froze, I think, the defense a little bit more and freed up that bubble screen. 3 receivers, 2 to the left of Finn Moore as he surveys the Olathe East defense. There goes the speed option running left. Finn Moore pitches it to Brittingham. Brittingham's got it, hurdles the defender, stays on his feet. Oh, and then he got chopped down at about the 44-yard line. A short gain. 8:15 remaining in the third quarter. Free State leads 21-7.
You know, Brittingham had that long touchdown run on the first series of plays for Free State, and since then it seems like East has pretty well been focusing their attention on him.
Yeah, and Brittingham, Craig, looks like he's got maybe a little bit of some blood on his elbow, so he has to come off the field. The official spotted it, told him he had to get off the field. So Michael Harrison runs on for Free State in the pistol formation behind Finn Moore. A high snap, Moore fakes it. Oh, here goes the deep ball. They got a man wide open. It's over street. He makes the catch at the 25-yard line, and he will waltz into the end zone for a Free State touchdown. A 57-yard pass play. You called it, Craig. They take the deep shot. They fake the run. They fake the little bubble screen. They've been setting it up all night.
Yep.
and they go to it there, and Overstreet had nobody within 15 yards of him.
They have, as you said, they've set it up all night with the running game, and they've been throwing those bubble screens, I think at least 3 by my count.
Yep.
So they make that fake, bring the secondary up. Overstreet goes long. Then your biggest concern as a quarterback is don't overthrow him.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Well, sometimes quarterbacks talk about those throws being the most difficult throws.
Yeah.
Where everyone is saying, oh my God, he's wide open, just throw it, and you have to try to get it to him.
Yeah.
Those can be the most challenging throws, but Finmore dropped it perfectly in the breadbasket of Son Overstreet, and he was able to just jog into the end zone for a touchdown. 28-7 Free State leads, and more importantly, Craig, you know what that means. You can get yourself an additional free pancake at IHOP at 3102 Iowa Street here in Lawrence. For every touchdown that Free State scores tonight, you get 1 free pancake, and that was Free State's 4th touchdown. 4 touchdowns equals 4 free pancakes.
Well, once
IHOP.
you hit 4, you can now bring a friend because unless you're some of these guys up here in the media booth with us, because 4 pancakes is a lot to eat.
There you go. Bring your friend, and hey, if Free State scores 1 more touchdowns, you can bring a bunch of friends.
Yeah. Bring your friend, split it up.
Tell them that we sent you and that you're there for your free pancakes, courtesy of the Free State Firebirds at IHOP at 3102 Iowa Street here in Lawrence.
Heck, with free pancakes, you can afford to buy drinks.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. 7:50 remaining in the third quarter. It's now 28-7 Free State lead. So, boy, Craig, you talk about the swinging momentum that we've seen to start to the second half. I mean, Olathe East gets a couple of explosive plays. It looks like they're about to score to cut it down to 1-possession game. But then the tip pass and the interception, and Free State capitalizes going the other way. Romero kicks it off. It's a short kick fielded about the 22-yard line. Across the 40, at the 45, tripped up from behind. For a second there, it looked like there was some daylight for Hales, who's been kind of really the bright spot for this offense for Olathe East. They return the ball out to the 47-yard line, so some strong field position again for the Hawks. Now down 28-7.
Looked like that kick was intentional. It was kind of short, but also towards the right sideline.
Well, he tried it earlier to start the half and kicked it out of bounds. So it's clear that there's a strategy there for Free State. And it didn't quite work out that time as Hales returned it out to the 47-yard line. 1st and 10 for Olathe East, going from right to left. They start with a dive running straight ahead, and it just results in a pile of humanity for a short gain. The handoff that time went to Lewis Smith for Olathe East. A gain of only a yard out to the 48. 2nd and 9 with 7:20 remaining in the third quarter. Free State has extended their lead 28-7. The Firebirds are in front of the Hawks. Ball just below that Firebird logo, the angry bird with the wings extended, right near midfield. They send a man in motion on a jet sweep, and before the snap whistles, and
looked like a little early movement.
There's a flag down in the secondary, and it looks like a false start against Olathe East as the Hawks are backing up. So they get 2nd and 14 for Olathe East back at their own 43. They need the Free State 43 for a first down. 6:57 remaining in the third quarter. Wing T, 2 H-backs behind 2 offensive linemen. Now they send one in motion towards the right. It's a run to the left with Burton. Burton tries to lower his shoulder. Multiple Firebird defenders are there, and they drag him down after a short gain. He got maybe a yard. Harrison Otis was in on the tackle there for the Firebirds. And it's 3rd and 13. Boy, Craig, down 21. You have to wonder if Olathe East doesn't consider just saying, you know what, screw it, we got to go for this. But they're facing a 3rd and 13 right now. Let's see how many yards they could potentially pick up here. They've got 3 receivers, H-back to the right. And a running back behind Milo Burton, who rolls out to his right, looking downfield. Now he wants to run, takes off at the 45, across midfield at the Free State 45, and he breaks through 2 tacklers and falls forward, and he's got the first down on a scramble.
Well, no need to think about going for it on 4th.
Yeah.
Not after that run. Again, Burton, good decision making, tucks it and runs, knows where the sticks are. Picking up that first down. Really, the only mistake I can think that he's made tonight is that interception, the ball behind his receiver.
Yeah, that nice long pass at the end of the first half, that was pretty impressive.
Oh, man.
Really done a pretty good job. And on that play, Craig, you noticed Free State kind of vacated the middle of the field, and Burton capitalized.
Yep.
So now 1st and 10 at the Firebird 42-yard line. After a 14-yard scramble for a first down, they hand it off to Hales running off right tackle, and the Firebirds are there. They were ready for it that time. They swarm him. Cameron Saub, I think, got in there for the tackle again for Free State. 5:20 remaining in the quarter. The other issue you start to worry about, Craig, if you're Olathe East, is this is obviously not an offense that's built to score quickly. You're down 21 right now. You're approaching 5 minutes left in this third quarter. Time may become an issue for the Hawks. A low snap to Burton, but he scoops it up. Now rolls to his left, running out of time, steps up, sprinting back right. Oh, he somehow escapes 2 defenders, and there he goes, galloping into the secondary, inside the 20, inside the 15, down to the 10-yard line. What a run by Burton.
Boy, that was, I'm going to say that was almost all Burton. And I'm saying that because he got a really nice downfield block for about an extra 10, maybe 12 yards. But again, great decision making, nice running ability at the line of scrimmage where all the traffic is. Then he gets into the secondary and really rips off a big chunk of yardage.
Boy, that play's got to feel so frustrating for Free State, Craig. It felt like they had him corralled.
Yeah.
It felt like they had him pinned in, and he still finds a way to slip through. So now into the red zone is Olathe East. They start with a run play straight ahead on 1st and goal from the 10 and pick up a few yards. The runner was Evan Stoll, the up back for the Hawks, and he got, they'll give him 4 yards down to the 6-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 6. And this is TD or bust territory for Olathe East. Ball on the far hash. 2 receivers, 2 H-backs behind the tackles. And the up back behind Burton and the short pistol. Here comes a man in motion on an orbit. They run it straight ahead again with Scott. And he gets inside the 5 down to about the 3. Scott has the 1 rushing touchdown for Olathe East back in the 2nd quarter. Now it's 3rd and goal from the 3-yard line. So 2 straight inside runs on this goal-to-go situation for Olathe East, and now 3rd and goal from the 3. Same formation, 2 H-backs, and up back behind Burton, who's in sort of the short pistol. Orbit motion right. Play action. It's a reverse. They hand it off. Come the other way. It's Burton. Burton tries to stiff arm a defender. He stretches and he's into the end zone at the near pylon for a touchdown. Benji Burton on the reverse sneaks inside the pylon towards the near corner. And Olathe East needed a touchdown, and they got it. It's 28-13. Free State still leads.
Well, East pulled something out of the playbook that we haven't seen all night, and Burton just really does a nice piece of running out here on the edge to avoid that tackle.
Yep. Yeah, Benji Burton is maybe the most athletic player on this Olathe East squad, and he's listed at 6'4", 196. And he's able to extend those long arms to create some space for himself, and then shows off the speed to sneak inside the near pylon. The extra point for the Hawks is up, and it is good. 28-14, Free State leads with 3:09 remaining in the 3rd quarter. After a 3-yard touchdown run by Benji Burton.
Well, after that long touchdown pass by Free State to go up 28-7, Olathe East desperately needed this score to stay in contact. It's a two-score game. 3 minutes left here in the 3rd. So if Free State really wants to get a chokehold on this game, they need a long, time-consuming drive, or I guess a quick touchdown. It could also yield the same result. But East desperately needs their hands back on the ball and only down 2 scores.
Well, that drive, Craig, for Olathe East is really defined by the quarterback scramble.
Oh, man.
Milo Burton. I mean, he had a couple of huge scrambles. He had the 3rd and 13 scramble that got him a first down, and then he had another long scramble that got him into the red zone that set him up for that touchdown.
Yeah, he's played really well tonight.
Yeah. So Olathe East will kick this ball off from right to left. The Firebirds send Elijah Beckham back deep, along with Owen Mitchell, I think, is the other man back deep for Free State. 3:09 remaining in the third quarter, 28-14. The Firebirds lead, and their offense is about to get their hands back on the football. Duncan is the kickoff man for Olathe East. He's got the ball set up just inside the near hash on the left, and he sends it away, an end-over-end kick. It's fielded by Mitchell at about the 8-yard line. Here it comes across the 20. Stutter step, stops, spins away from the defender, still on his feet at the 25, at the 30, and he falls forward to about the 33-yard line. Correction, that's Harrison Leisler, who was the returner there for Free State. Made a couple nice moves and gives the Firebirds some decent starting field position.
You know, really throughout the season, I've been impressed by Free State's return game. They have good guys, back there to receive the ball. The blocking's generally pretty good, and they quite frequently start their possession beyond the 30. And sometimes they've been ever so close to breaking it all the way.
Yeah, I think Elijah Beckham has shown some real explosiveness at times as a returner. Remember, he had that long return earlier in this game that was called back via penalty.
Yeah.
Trips, it's a low snap to Finn Moore, but he doesn't care. He just scoops it up and powers across the 35 near the 40, running off right guard.
And was it Beckham last week who had the long kick return right after Shawnee Mission West scored?
Yep, he had I remember it was about an 80-yard return that set him up for that touchdown. Yep. Ball spotted at the 39-yard line on the near hash after a 6-yard run by Finn Moore. He's been doing a lot of work with his legs tonight. Just under 2.5 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Free State leads 28-14. Finn Moore waits as he surveys the Olathe East defense. 4-down lineman for the Hawks. Oh, a bad snap. Moore picks it up, and he's hounded immediately by 2 defenders. Olathe East was all over him.
Nick, up 2 scores. Free State is firmly in control of this game unless those things happen.
Yeah.
A turnover, a bad snap. Even though Finmore recovered it, it still puts them in negative down and distance. So that's the kind of thing, that and major penalties, those are the kind of things you got to avoid when you're up like this and you want to close out the game.
They lost 9 yards on that play, Craig. It's 3rd and 13 back at their own 30. Pistol formation, trips to the right as Finmore scans the defense. 1:40 remaining in the third quarter. It's a rollout right. Moore looking that way. Slings it. The pass complete to Sean Overstreet near the first down marker. Does he have it, Craig?
Right at the line.
He's
close. A little short, I think.
Yeah, they spot him about a yard short. He needed the 43 for a first down. They've got him spot. Well, wait a minute. They're moving the chains. Yep, they gave it to him.
Oh, boy.
They gave it to him at the 43-yard line. Boy, where they've got this ball spotted, Craig, does not look like it's across the 43. I'm kind of surprised they didn't call for a measurement there. Wow, they moved the chains for the Firebirds. It was close, very close, but it's a first down. 90 seconds remaining in the third quarter, and then Olathe East jumps off sides on the next play. So an extra 3 yards for the Firebirds. Ryan King jumped offside in the middle of that Olathe East defense. So give Free State 5 more yards. Okay, I got to be honest, I'm not confident that Overstreet had that first down where they had him spotted.
I'm not either, and I don't think anybody else up here was confident as well.
28-14 Free State leads. Here goes Finn Moore running off right guard. Tripped up as he crosses midfield into Hawks territory. He ends up getting inside the 45, near the 44. A great piece of running there by Finn Moore, who has been doing it virtually all with his legs tonight. 1:20 remains in the third quarter. Three receivers to the left with the ball on the right hash. As Free State marches from left to right down the field. Brittingham stands directly behind Finmore. As he takes his time, wipes his right hand on his towel hanging behind his jersey. Running straight ahead, it's Brittingham. Stutter step, starts to accelerate and tripped up as he crossed the 40. Tackle by Ethan Thompson for Olathe East.
That offensive line gave him just enough of a crease. And then Brittingham with a nice burst through the line. Got to that next level. Just, again, pretty close to breaking that.
Yep.
And he has come off the field and looks a little shaken up.
7-yard run for Brittingham to the 36-yard line. A high snap, play action pass. Moore looking downfield. Throws one high in the air. He's got a man open. It's caught. Touchdown. Sean Overstreet, his second of the night. A rainbow throw from Finn Moore to Sean Overstreet, who got behind the defense again. A 36-yard touchdown.
Again, I have to believe it's that secondary coming up in run support that allows the Free State receivers to get behind the secondary. And you notice the passes that Finn is throwing tonight, they're downfield.
Yeah.
Not those deep outs to the sideline that we've talked about before. He throws a nice ball downfield. It's got good zip on it. It's accurate. It's on target.
34-14 and make it 35 as the extra point is good from Jones. So with 16 seconds remaining in the third quarter, Free State answers the touchdown by Olathe East. A 36-yard touchdown pass from Finn Moore to Sean Overstreet. For Finn Moore tonight, he now has 3 passing touchdowns, and he also has a rushing touchdown. He had a 23-yard TD pass to Noah Alagrucci in the first half, a 5-yard touchdown run, and then here in the second half, he has been exploiting this Olathe East defense with down-the-field throws. A 57-yard touchdown pass to Sean Overstreet, and just now, another 36-yard touchdown pass to Overstreet. 35-14, Free State leads. It's been a heck of a night for the Firebird quarterback. He was honored in the pregame, Craig, for the state title that the Free State baseball team won back in May. And he is balled out here tonight on the football field. And Romero will prepare to send this ball away from left to right. The lead is back to 21. And Romero kicks it again towards the near side, fielded about the 22-yard line by Olathe East. Here they go again out to the 40. And tackled at about the 43-yard line. I will say, Craig, Olathe East has consistently had pretty strong starting field position tonight. They just haven't always been able to capitalize on it.
Well, I think the Firebirds have sacrificed a little bit of depth in their kicks for the directional kicking. But nonetheless, the East return game has been pretty good.
They spotted at the 42. First and 10 for Olathe East with just 9 seconds left in the third quarter. That short pistol set with 2 H-backs, orbit motion right. It's a handoff running straight ahead. Jaden Scott rumbles to about the 45-yard line, and that will be the last play of the third quarter. So a late touchdown by Free State here in the third extends their lead back to 21. It's 35-14, the Firebirds lead. We'll head to the final stanza with Free State in control of this game and a chance to improve to 3-1. Fourth quarter action is coming up next. You're listening to Free State Football on KLWN.
30 years ago, I worked for my dad detailing Peterbilts. I'm Aaron Rao. That's where it all started. I learned about being honest and treating people right. These are the values we continue at Bobside Auto. After 25 years of matching people their next car or truck, I know the best business is built on trust. Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, or Honda, new or trust-certified car or service, at Bobside Auto, trust is our tradition. 2851 South Iowa or online at bobsitecdjr.com.
Your home for the Jayhawks, Lions, and Firebirds is FM 1017 and 1320 KLWN. Depend on it.
Welcome back to Free State High School. I'm Nick Springer alongside my broadcast partner Craig Hershiser. Fourth quarter action about to get underway between the Free State Firebirds and the visitors, the Olathe East Sox. And Free State in control of this game, leading 35-14 as they start the fourth quarter. Finmore, 4 touchdowns tonight, Craig. 3 through the air, 1 on the ground. And especially in the second half, he's been doing it all, whether it's been running or passing.
So if you're the defensive coordinator for the other team, where do you put your attention?
Yeah.
Finmore on the deep ball, Finmore on the run, Brittingham on the run. It's kind of a puzzle.
To start this fourth quarter, it's Olathe East with possession and running a read option towards the far side of the field is Milo Burton. And it took about 3 or 4 Free State defenders to get him down as he got near midfield. Running left towards the Olathe East sideline. Decent gain there on 2nd and long. He gets into Firebird territory at the 49. So 3rd and 2 coming up for Olathe East, down 35-14. Free State 2-1 entering tonight, with a chance to go to 3-1. Olathe East 1-2 entering tonight, facing a 1-3 start to their season. 3rd and short, power run formation, 2 H-backs. Burton, he runs left away from the blockers, and he gets the first down. Boy, Craig, sort of a naked quarterback run there.
Yep, that's
where
what it was.
Everybody goes right, and then Burton just sprinted to his left and got the first down.
Again, something we've not seen from Olathe East. They pull it out here to get a critical first down, but yeah, you called it. It's kind of a, I don't know, what do we used to call it? Naked reverse?
Yeah,
or
just sort of a naked bootleg.
Naked bootleg, yeah.
Naked run left. It worked out well. They got the first down on a 6-yard run to the 44-yard line. Just inside the 44. They go with that same power run formation again. This time they do run right, following their blockers. It's Burton again, but he's stretched out and is able to stretch forward for a decent gain. Boy, Free State looked like they had a great read on that play, Craig. They had him sprinting to his right, and then I think it was Brittingham who tried to get him down, and even still, Burton is able to extend for a gain of 3 yards.
Yeah, he just slipped a tackle, and it looked like a no gain, and it turns into 3 yards.
As big as Burton is, Craig, he's also been pretty slippery tonight.
He has been, and you don't see Brittingham miss that many tackles, so I think that's a compliment to the Olathe East running quarterback.
2 receivers, 2 H-backs on either side of the offensive line. They bring one in motion running left. Here they go with a straight dive off left guard with Scott, and he gets hit hard by Carson Bowers. But he was able to sprint ahead across the 40 to the 35 for a decent gain. They give him 5 yards on the run, 6 yards on the run, down to the 35-yard line. 3rd and a long 1. At the 35. 9:55 remaining in the game. Free State ahead 35-14, but the defense would love to bow up here, not give up any more points. Here comes an H-back in motion. They run it straight ahead with Scott. He meets the defense. I don't think he got there, Craig. He tried to just lower his shoulder and get the first down. It'll depend on the spot. Prescott hit him pretty hard, and he looks short from up here.
You know, I was thinking
about half a yard short.
Yeah, where the ball's spotted, it's definitely short. As they lined up, I was thinking, here's a good time to take a deep shot. You know, we'll do a little play action, run a couple of receivers deep on vertical routes.
Well, on 4th and less than a yard, they have to go for it, down 21. Short pistol formation. Burton brings him in motion, hands it off to Scott running ahead. A flag flies from the secondary, and it'll depend on the spot again. Scott, I think, got it, Craig, based off where the officials are, but we'll have to check what the flag is. It came in pretty quick from the secondary. Clock is stopped with 9 minutes remaining. I think he got the first down. The officials are having a conversation. Of course, it will depend on the penalty. It was a 4th down and short.
I was going to say it looks like Olathe East is walking back.
Well, one of the officials, Craig, picked up his flag, and there hasn't been a ruling yet.
Still nothing.
Looks like we are about to get some sort of ruling. And another chop block that goes against Olathe East.
Oh, boy.
2 chop blocks tonight, both in really consequential moments for Olathe East. So, Craig, you go from 4th and 1 to now 4th and 16. Now, before you try to tell me that it's impossible for them to convert this, I'd just like to remind you that they converted a 4th and 17.
You know what?
Back in the first half.
I was not going to mention that because of what we did see in the first half.
4th and 16. The ball is now spotted right at midfield. They need the Free State 34 for a first down. The Firebirds lead this game 35-14 with 8:45 remaining in the game. 3 receivers. 2 to the left towards the far sideline. Burton rolls that direction. He's under pressure immediately. Steps up. 2 defenders get a hold of him, and he goes down. He flipped the ball forward. They're going to rule it in. Complete pass, I think. Yeah, he flipped the ball forward at the last second as he was getting dragged down, and they rule it in incomplete pass. So it's a turnover on downs at midfield for Olathe East, and Free State will take over there.
Well, a good effort by Burton. Looks like he was trying to pull a Mahomes.
Yeah, he had a receiver who was right near him, actually, but I think he was trying to basically flip it to. But
he was also surrounded by a lot of green jerseys.
Too many Firebird defenders were on him.
kind of a challenge with that.
Sort of like a Titanic moment. He was going down. 35-14, Free State leads. They take over with 8:27 remaining in the fourth quarter. Finn Moore and this offense will go back to work. They hand it off running straight ahead. This is Harrison on the run, and he gets a few yards. Well, Craig, since you mentioned Brittingham came off the field on the last offensive drive, maybe a little bit shaken up, you wonder if he's not fully 100%. And obviously with the game now seemingly well in hand, you get some extra reps for a younger guy and Michael Harrison.
He was on the field defensively, missed that one tackle that we took note of, and I hadn't seen him since then. So I wonder, as you wonder, if he's just a little too banged up to be in there right now in a 21-point game.
So Michael Harrison getting some experience. He's a 5'9 sophomore. Here's a straight quarterback run with Finn Moore. Jukes away from one defender. They stack him up. Oh, the ball came out. They mark him down, though. Olathe East jumped on it quick, but the officials blew the play dead. Just a short gain on the quarterback run by Finn Moore. It's 3rd and 4. Well, as we were just speculating,
there he is,
Brittingham jogs back onto the field.
Well, you know, you put him in, it's 3rd and 3, so you want him in there in a situation like this if he's healthy enough to go.
Ball at the 43-yard line. Play clock is down to 8 as Brittingham shifts behind Finn Moore out of the pistol. Play clock down to 2. Here's a speed option running right. Finn Moore pitches it to Brittingham. Brittingham's got the first down and more as he squirts across the 35. A flag flies behind the play, though.
I think I see a holding call out there.
And, well, we talk about it every week, Craig. Sometimes you can just smell it. You can just smell the holding. And this one does appear to be coming back. So we race the first down conversion by Brittingham, and it's 3rd and long now for Free State, backed up to the Olathe East 49, right near midfield.
So it's what?
3rd and 9.
3rd and 9?
Yep, they need the 40 for a first down. .640 remaining in the game. Free State in no rush as they lead 35-14. They face a 3rd and 9 at the Olathe East 49. Shotgun formation. Chest high snap for Moore. Here comes a blitz off the right side, and it got knocked down. Olathe East sent a blitz off the right of Finn Moore, and Benji Burton got his hands up and knocked that ball away. It was a good read by Finn Moore, Craig. He recognized the blitz and knew he needed to get the ball out quick. He had Brittingham leaking into the flat.
Yeah.
But the ball just swatted away at the line of scrimmage.
Yep, they made an adjustment there with the pass. And if Moore had received the ball, he had some room to run. But good play by the defense. And what is this, Free State's first punt of the night?
This, I believe, will be their first punt. You're right. From the 49-yard line, Finn Moore stands at his own 38. He gets it away, sort of an ugly end-over-end kick. Everybody's looking for where it bounced. Oh, but it ends up taking a huge Free State bounce, Craig, and rolls all the way down inside the 10, down to the 6.
Well, I will say, Finn sure took his time.
It was not aesthetically the most pleasing punt. And yeah, Finn Moore really did take his time. He had two defenders sprinting at him as he punted that ball away. But it turns out to be a pretty strong punt that flips the field with Olathe East starting at their own 6.5-yard line. 6:14 remaining in the fourth quarter. Free State leads 35-14. Here comes Milo Burton back to work offensively for the Olathe East offense. It's a low snap. He picks it up off the turf, breaks a tackle. Now he's got some running room, but he's dragged down from behind as he crossed the 15 near the 20. I think that was Finn Moore actually was the guy that got him down. Quarterback on quarterback violence, if you will. But it was a 12-yard run by Milo Burton. If Finn Moore didn't tackle him there, I think Burton could be still running, truthfully. Wing T, two H-backs. They look to throw. Three-step drop for Burton. He wants to unload one deep downfield. It's caught by Benji Burton at midfield. It's a foot race. Nobody's going to catch him. It's a touchdown for Olathe East. An 82-yard touchdown pass from Milo Burton to Benji Burton.
Well, Benji Burton made a nice adjustment on the ball, coming back just a little bit for it. The Free State defender trying to play catch-up and falling down there at the end.
Yeah.
So Burton to Burton. And
well, I wonder if that Free State bench, Craig, was looking for maybe an offensive pass interference call, but it stands as a long touchdown. It's 35-20 before the extra point whistles blow and flags fly. .540 remaining in the game. Off the penalty, it goes against Olathe East on a false start, so this makes this extra point a little bit more tricky. It's Duncan to kick it. Now, Craig, if you notice, something interesting about the kicking style of Duncan is he doesn't really take much of a step back. He takes basically one step and kicks, which is a little bit unusual. But he ends up knocking that one through from the extended range, and it's 35-21. Free State leads. 5:40 remaining in the game. Still 3 timeouts remaining for Olathe East as well. So, Craig, this Free State offense will need to possess the ball a little bit here to try to kill this game.
Yeah, I think there's just enough hope left for Olathe East. If they get a quick turnover and then an equally quick score, then it could become kind of interesting. But all things considered, Free State ought to be able to grind this out.
35-21, the Firebirds lead, and I would tend to agree with you here, Craig. Get the ball back here, get a couple first downs, and you should be able to hopefully just run this clock out.
I mean, bizarre things happen, like an 82-yard touchdown pass.
Yep.
When you least expect it.
Yeah, Benji Burton has really been impressive tonight.
Yes.
For Olathe East, he's by far their best player, and it has showed this evening. So Olathe East will kick this ball off from left to right, with still 5:40 remaining in the game.
You're saying Benji Burton is Olathe East's most impressive offense. See, I'm going with the quarterback.
The quarterback, Milo Burton's been also impressive as well, yes.
I'm going with the quarterback. Oops, little onsider. sort of.
A little bit of a shorter sort of squib kick. Free State falls on it at the 37-yard line. Well, Craig, if there was a time, well, Olathe East is claiming they have the football here, Craig.
Oh boy, a little excitement over there on that far sideline.
It was kicked towards the Olathe East sideline, and Free State, I think, has it. They do, yes. For a moment there, Craig, the Olathe East sideline tried to maybe manifest a recovery.
So,
you know what manifest means?
Yeah, I got it.
I'm just asking a question. I don't assume everyone understands all of the relevant cultural terms.
Well, I applaud you for using it.
Instead, Free State will take over. We're gonna put a little on that conversation. I think. At the 37-yard line, first down for Free State, and they start with a running play again with Finmore. This time he goes nowhere into the waiting arms of the teeth of that Olathe East defense for a short gain. So again, now for Free State, Craig, this just comes down to keep the clock moving. Pick up a couple first downs, force Olathe East to burn their timeouts. It's still a 2-possession game. No need to feel any sort of stress here for the Firebirds.
Just execute.
Yep.
Just execute.
You're absolutely right. You took
line
the words.
Line up correctly. Don't leave early. Maintain possession.
You took the words right out of my mouth. Couldn't agree more. 35-21. Speaking of more,
here's this
Finn Moore
again.
They go with a reverse play to Brittingham. Brittingham at the 40, and he tunnels ahead to about the 43-yard line. And Olathe East has called their first timeout with 4:47 remaining in this game.
Man, you can do so much out of that formation. They run that little counter there. You can go quarterback run with it if you want to, and I still think there's a deep pass waiting to come out of that particular formation.
Well, Craig, I would guess that every formation Free State has in their playbook probably includes at least one deep pass, knowing Kevin Stewart.
Yeah.
So with Olathe East calling their first time out here, they are pushing their proverbial chips to the center of the table on 3rd and 4 to try to get a stop and get this ball back. It's 3rd and 4 for Free State at their own 43-yard line. They need the 47 for a first down, with 4:47 remaining in the game. And out of the timeout, it looks like Free State's going to go back to that same formation, Craig. So it's Finmore in the shotgun. He's got Carson Bowers as a fullback next to him, and then they have two H-backs, one of them being Brittingham, lined up to the left. And they just run straight quarterback run off left guard. Finmore picks his way. He's got the first down, I believe, at the 48-yard line. And sure enough, they do move the chains.
So they go to the heavy side where the two H-backs are. Get in behind.
Patience shown there.
Yeah, get in behind those blockers. Let them do their work. And Finmore picks his way forward for that first down.
So the clock keeps churning down to 4.5 minutes remaining. (35-21) Free State leads. The Firebirds trying to put this game on ice. Here they go again with that same power formation, Craig. They're going back to it. And this time they do run a little counter off of it with Brittingham coming back to the left. Brittingham breaks a couple tackles, dragging defenders forward. Finally, they put him on the turf, but he's into Olathe East territory, and they mark him at about the 45-yard line.
Man, his offensive line just kept pushing and pushing and pushing.
That time they ran behind the Clemson commit Braden Wilmus at left tackle.
That's a nice 7-yard gain there for Brittingham.
Yep.
Getting some work done behind Wilmus.
3:40 remaining in the game. Same formation again. Two H-backs to the right. Finmore in the shotgun. Chest high snap. Here goes Moore. This time he tries to bounce it outside. Oh, but a great play. Benji Burton on defense that time for Olathe East makes the tackle on Finn Moore, who for a second, Craig, thought he maybe could bounce to the outside for a big run, but they shut him down after just a short gain.
Well, Burton,
actually, he lost a couple
yards. He
yards.
lost a yard.
Yeah.
Burton got into the backfield there and did a nice job of wrapping up Finn Moore, who generally runs through a solo tackle.
Yeah. So that brings up 3rd and 5. 2:50 remaining in the game. Olathe East still has 2 timeouts. They're saving them for the time being. 35-21 Free State leads. And a first down here you'd think would all but end this one. 3rd and 5. Here they go running a speed option. The pitch. Ball's on the turf. Brittingham scoops it up at the 48. They'll lose more yards. And now you figure if you're Free State, you have to punt. Olathe East, seemingly Craig is waving the white flag. They've got 2 timeouts and they're not using them here. So this clock, Free State can let this clock run all the way down inside of 2 minutes before they decide to punt. And Finn Moore just trying to get Olathe East to jump off sides with a couple of hard counts. So the Firebirds will let this run all the way down to 1:54. Kevin Stewart calls timeout. So with 1:54 remaining, Free State takes a timeout, and you would expect them to just punt this ball away. Up 2 possessions. And hopefully no funny business will ensue.
Well, again, it's execution. So if they're, I'm assuming they're going to line up to punt. So
yeah, no reason to go for this, I don't think. Well, let's be honest. I mean, Olathe East in the second half in particular has shown that they can get big chunk plays.
So, first of all, good snap. Second of all, protect the punter.
Finn Moore stands at his own 39-yard line waiting to punt. It is a good snap. It is a pretty good punt. Spiraling kick. Hales fields it at his own 10-yard line. Makes a man miss. Jukes at the 15, at the 20. Tripped up from behind. Good effort there by Free State, the Gunners. Grayson Rawls tripped him up from behind to shoestring tackle.
That was a really nice effort by Grayson Rawls.
To end that return,
to come back and make that tackle from behind.
It ends up being about a 15-yard return for Hales. So 1:43 left for Olathe East. Down 2 touchdowns, 35-21. So the name of the game is score and score quick. They spot this ball at the 27-yard line. 4-down lineman for the Firebirds. Shotgun formation. Burton looking to pass. He wants to go deep. Throws one high up in the air looking for Benji. Burton incomplete. It looked like he was grabbed from behind. No flag comes out though.
Well, the official.
And Benji Burton is
a little banged up over there now.
Slow to get up.
That's too bad.
Yeah, he went down. You wonder maybe if it's just a cramp or. Yeah, it looks like he's okay. The timeout on the field is Burton is helped up on the far sideline right in front of the Olathe East bench. And I mean, Craig, truthfully, that's basically Olathe East's best chance to get back in this game is just throw a go ball to Benji Burton and see what he can do.
Yep, see what he can make out of it.
Come off the field for this next play. 1:36 remaining in the game. 35-21, Free State leads. So the Firebird defense, all they have to do, keep everything in front of them. Slow down Benji Burton when he's out there. The Firebirds should be on their way to a 3-1 record.
Keep the receivers in front, make sure you tackle.
Out of the timeout, 2nd and 10 at the 27-yard line. Across town, Mill Valley leads Lawrence 35-14 in the fourth quarter. They fake a reverse. It's Burton. Now he tries to run. He's got the edge at the 30, at the 35, at the 40, and he's out of bounds. Oh, and he's taken hard out of bounds. And that's going to be an additional 15.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, that seemed a bit unnecessary, Craig. Burton was well out of bounds. And I didn't see the Free State defender, but he just really took him almost to the track and just buried him out of bounds in front of the Free State bench. So this will be an extra 15 yards.
Is that the second time we've seen something like that this season?
Yeah, but if you remember the other time, it wasn't called. Against Manhattan down at the other side.
Yeah, yeah.
But that wasn't called, which it should have been.
Right.
So that penalty moves Olathe East into Free State territory at the 43-yard line. Still 1:29 left in the game. Burton rolls right.
Oh, boy, there's a hold.
There's a hold, yep, and the pass short and incomplete.
Yeah, that's not even close.
It was Grayson Rawls coming on a blitz, Craig, and Leon Smith tried to pick him up and basically just bear hugged him.
Two officials saw that one.
Yeah.
2 flags down.
You know, they say there's holding on every play, and Leon Smith got his money's worth on that one.
Well, yeah.
But that is going to back Olathe East up into Free State territory.
Yeah, there's holding every play, and then there's the holding that gets called.
Depends on who you ask, Craig. You know, it's all about perspective. 1:23 remaining in the game. Now 1st and 20 at the Olathe East 47. The Hawks are back in their own territory. Short pistol, H-back formation. They throw a little toss pitch play. It's Washington. He's got the ball across midfield into Free State territory again. He basically gets the 10 yards back that they lost on the hold. And he gets out of bounds in front of the Hawks bench at the 42-yard line is where they spot this football. That's an 11-yard run. 35-21 Free State leads. 1:16 remaining in the game. Olathe East trying to cut into this lead late. Shotgun formation, 2 H-backs again and 2 receivers from the far hash. Burton, 5-step drop, looking downfield, starting to feel some pressure, slings it over the middle. It's complete to Otto. Otto at the 20, at the 15, jukes a defender, and he's tripped up at the 14-yard line. Some tempo here from Olathe East. The clock is stopped while they reset the chains. Now it runs down to 1 minute remaining, and they spike it. Burton spikes it at the 14-yard line. So regardless, Craig, of if Olathe East is able to score here, the Hawks only have 2 timeouts remaining, so they would need to successfully execute an onside kick to have a chance to win this game, or to have a chance to tie the game, I guess I should say, before they even think about winning the game.
Yeah, well, you know, East still pushing the ball down the field. They're basically saying we're not going away quietly.
1:02 remaining in the game, and now Kevin Stewart calls his second timeout of the half with 1:02 left. So Free State will huddle up and talk things over here. Yeah, so for Olathe East, you got 1:02, so you got to score here as quick as you can, and then recover an onside kick and score again to tie the game. They have just 2 timeouts remaining, so if they were to score and not recover the onside kick, they would not be able to stop the clock enough for Free State to just run it out. Second down at the 15-yard line. We were just talking earlier about Olathe East with Benji Burton, but the quarterback, Milo Burton, has been impressive as well.
Yeah,
you hit the nail right on the head with that one.
He's played real well tonight. It's that one ball behind his receiver that turned into an interception. Other than that, he's had himself a whale of a game.
Well, it's so funny, Craig. One team tonight has lined up and just decided that they want to physically overpower their opponent.
Yep.
And the other team has shown an ability to throw the ball down the field more, but it's the reversal of what you would think. It's Free State who has lined up and just been wanting to run the ball and dominate physically. And Olathe East has shown a propensity to be able to throw the ball down the field a bit more. Now I say that, but also Free State has 3 long touchdown passes tonight as well.
They have been very timely with their shots downfield.
Out of the timeout, 2nd and 10 at the 15-yard line. Man in motion down the line of scrimmage. Now he reverses his field. That's Hales out of the slot. Burton looks that way, steps into the pocket. He's under pressure. He's going to try and run. He's at the 10. He's at the 5. He will score. Touchdown, Olathe East. Burton looking downfield. He hesitated, and then he takes off and scrambles. And Olathe East an extra point away from cutting this lead in half.
And nice blocking downfield by his receivers to allow him that yardage and to get into the end zone.
A 15-yard scramble by Burton makes it 35-27. And now how about this? They're going to go for 2 here, Craig, looking for a passing play, and it's broken up, incomplete. Kind of a funky play they lined up in with their field goal unit. And it was Cale Williams who tried to throw a pass. They don't convert, and it stays 35-27. So Olathe East tried some, sure enough, Craig, they tried some funny business.
Yeah.
And with 55 seconds left, the game will come down to this onside kick.
Now, then, if East recovers this and they score a touchdown,
need a 2-point conversion.
Then the 2-point conversion is required.
I'm guessing you didn't like that.
Something must be escaping me as to why you would do it at that time.
Well, you would just if you get the ball back and score a touchdown, an extra point wins it at that point.
Yeah, I just think a lot of things have to go correctly to get into that position.
Sure.
I would prefer the extra point. And then be down by 7.
Truthfully, the extra point, 2-point conversion conversation becomes inconsequential if you can't recover this onside.
Well, yeah, exactly.
This is the play of more significance.
It is, but if you're looking ahead and you've got to make those decisions, it just seemed like an odd time to go for 2. But
55 seconds remain in the game, and it all comes down to this onside kick. It's Duncan. He sends it away on the ground. It takes a high bounce. Oh, a great snag.
Wow.
A great snag.
Who grabbed that?
On a really great onside kick attempt. I believe that was Ethan Prescott. Yes. Ethan Prescott with some quick hands to recover that. Boy, that was a heck of an onside kick attempt from Olathe East.
I thought it was well executed by East.
It was rolling along the ground, and about 7 yards in, it popped up in the air, kind of exactly what you want it to do. And Prescott, just with some quick hands, snagged it out of the air and then just cradled it. Well, that should do it. Free State should win this game.
That guy just keeps making plays to help his team win, right?
Yep, whether it's Ethan Prescott, Finn Moore tonight, Sean Overstreet, 2 long touchdown passes, or 2 long touchdown receptions, I should say. But with 53 seconds left, Free State can just kneel this out. Only 2 timeouts remaining for Olathe East. Finn Moore will take the snap, and he's going to run to his left, breaks a couple tackles. They swarm him, and he finally goes down at the 39-yard line of Olathe East.
Very smartly covering the ball once he gets into congestion.
Olathe East will not call their timeouts, Craig, so after that first down run by Finn Moore, the Firebirds can just kneel this thing out. So Free State will improve to 3-1 on the year, including a win over Gardner Edgerton to start the season. Their one loss came against Manhattan. Finn Moore goes down to a knee at the 40-yard line, and that should do it. 35-27, Free State will win at home on homecoming against Olathe East. And although the final score reflects a bit of a close game, Craig, Free State was leading from the front for basically the entirety of this game tonight.
I think firmly in command throughout the entire game.
Yep. They took a 14-7 lead. They took a 21-7 lead. They were up 28-7. They were up 35-14. So a comfortable wire-to-wire victory for Free State. But credit to Olathe East for continuing to fight, continuing to make plays. But the Firebirds get the win, 35-27 over Olathe East. Free State's 3-1 on the year. Olathe East drops to 1-3. Finn Moore, Craig,
big night.
Touchdown passes for Finn Moore, 3 touchdown passes and a touchdown run. And I think you did a great job describing it earlier with the timely deep shots from Free State. It was tonight, the emphasis was clearly on dominating the line of scrimmage and using that run game. But at times when they needed to, they took the shots and they converted when they did.
And I like the approach because I think to me what I saw was okay, we're going to put this on the offensive line.
Yeah.
And we're going to run the ball and run the ball and run the ball. And you guys up front, you got to do your job. And they did. They did. They blocked extremely well. They had an excellent running game tonight, initiated by that long touchdown run by Brittingham, and then just carried through the rest of the night with Finn Moore. But again, so dominant on the run game that they could take those well-timed deep ball shots, and you can honestly, from up here you can kind of see them coming, you know.
At times, yeah.
Yeah.
Free State wins 35-27. A 15-yard touchdown run by Madden Brittingham started the scoring for the Firebirds. Nello Alaguchi had a 23-yard touchdown reception from Finn Moore. Finn Moore, a 5-yard touchdown run. 21-7, Free State led at halftime. In the second half, Free State got 2 long touchdown passes, a 57-yarder to Overstreet and a 36-yarder to Overstreet. And that made it to 35-14. But then Olathe East would battle back with an 82-yard touchdown pass of their own, and then a late touchdown as well with just under a minute remaining to make it 35-27. But in the end, the Firebirds get the win, and again, a game that they were in large part comfortably ahead from wire to wire. Free State goes to 3-1, and the Firebirds will head back on the road next Friday night against a tough Olathe South team at ODAC. Have the game for you on our sister station 105.9 KISS on Friday night with a 7 o'clock kick. Looking forward to that one. Should be a fun one. But for tonight, it's time to celebrate for the Firebirds. They get the win 35-27 on homecoming as well. Thanks so much to our producer here tonight, Andrew, and for everyone that tuned in tonight. We really appreciate you. We'll talk to you again next Friday night on the road. Free State will be against Olathe South at ODAC. Craig, any final thoughts before we wrap up tonight?
Well, a good win is closer. The final score is a little closer than the game actually was, but kids played well. I think they had a great game plan. They came in, they executed the game plan. I just would like to see some of those. It wasn't a heavily penalized game, but I would like to see some of those foolish penalties be eliminated. Celebrating after a touchdown, the late hit out of bounds, things like that. Just, those are the kind of things that at some point in the season will really jeopardize your opportunity to win.
Well, tonight Free State does win 35-27, and again the Firebirds improved to 3-1. They'll head on the road to ODAC, take on Olathe South next Friday night. And that's when we'll talk to you again. Until then, signing off for the final time here tonight from Free State High School. For Craig Hershiser, I'm Nick Springer. Thanks so much for tuning in. You've been listening to Free State Football on KLWN.
Crown Toyota, see what sets us apart from the rest. Built for all-day play, 2024 Toyota Tacoma. Rates as low as 1.99 APR for up to 72 months. Does not include $4.99 admin fee on approved credit. See dealer for details. Offer ends 9/2/25. Experience the Crown difference. Miles Stairs Crown Automotive, 3400 South Iowa, Lawrence, Kansas. Supporting Lawrence Athletics.
At Sigler Pharmacy, your hometown pharmacy strives to make your experience as smooth and simple as possible. Sigler has a wide range of high-quality products and services to meet all your healthcare needs. Ask questions, find the right medical supplies, pick up an over-the-counter product, and of course, fill your prescriptions. Sigler has you covered. Call, click, or stop by any of Sigler's convenient locations to see how Sigler can take care of you. SiglerPharmacy.com. SiglerPharmacy.com.
As a high school athlete, I suffered injuries that I was told would make it impossible to continue to play. My dad took me to see a chiropractor, and the pain went, the injury healed, and I was back on the field. I'm Dr. Scott Risley, and that experience changed my life. My passion is to help others. That's what we do at Risley Chiropractic, providing the highest quality, compassionate, and gentle chiropractic care. Feel better, play better, live better. Risley Chiropractic, 785-856-6030.
Your home for the Jayhawks, Lions, and Firebirds is FM 1017 and 1320 KLWN. Depend on it.